Check 1, check 2. Let me know we got volume, my G's. Check 1, check 2. Shout out to Laura. I'll see you, Laura. Rest easy, Ken Flores. My dog, Playboy 80.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, yes sir. Chop City, baby, doing this thing like always. I got one question, little tush tush. What time is it?
It's game time.
Let's go, baby. Welcome to Hood Thoughts. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Sheesh. What is it? Is it Tuesday evening?
Tuesday evening.
We're about to light this motherfucker up. Yes, sir. Everybody hit that like, hit that subscribe. We got a banger for you here tonight. You know how we do this. Los Angeles, stand up. Yeah. Orange County, stand up. Yes, sir. Inland Empire, stand up. All love, man. San Fernando Valley, San Gabriel Valley, Ventura, Southern Califas, Northern California. Shit, everybody tapped in around the world. Arizona, man, let's not leave out Arizona. Arizona fuck with us tough. Tejas, stand the fuck up. Yes, sir, we appreciate everybody, all states, all sides. It don't matter if you black, white, yellow, or motherfucking brown. You know what I mean?
That's right.
We're here to represent, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Chop City on this beat. Raymond Curley, I see you with them fire emojis, doggy. Oklahoma City, San Jose, East side of the river, Albuquerque, East Los, the motherland. You know where we at right now. Tejas, yes sir. Shit, shout out to Boyle Heights, East Los, Boyle Heights. I see you right there, my dog. Everybody tapped in tonight, man. Stockton tapping in. What up, Lucky? Just seen your plant run, showing some support. Yes, sir. Shout out to Thomas Fox, man. Appreciate that $10, doggy. Colorado in the house. Shoot. Motherfuckers are coming in deep. Coming in deep, baby. Love you guys, man. #1 street podcast. You know how we do this shit. Hawaiian Gardens. Yes, sir. Yes. We do the slow fade, baby. I started off a little hot coming in today, you know what I mean? I got the black and measy popping already.
Yeah.
My girl's like, you trying to stop smoking, but when you smoke a black and mild, that's like smoking 7 cigarettes. And I looked at her and I said, shit, since when did you learn how to count? She's horrible with the bills.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. Got a little tequila right here too, baby. Shit. I had a great conversation with my sister today, man. It's just like, I said, man, I'm gonna come in and just have me a little drink, you know? Feel real happy to be back in touch with my older sister. She's 4 years older than me, man. It's been like 10 plus years that we've really been out of contact, and now we're in contact. Little insight about what's going on with your boy Young Lux right here. But today is not about me, man. Today is about this man sitting right beside me. Yes, sir. You see this man right here? Hey, Lucky, you get your Jew membership yet? Yes, Raider Joe, fuck you too, bro. But I need to get it, bro. I need to get it. It's been revoked. Ever since I started hanging out with you dirty ass Mexicans, bro. You know what I mean? You know how that shit is, dog. It's good podcast. Good stocks are nada. That's right, King Frankie 47. All right, guys, today we got an absolutely amazing guest, man. This man is out from, I believe he said 23 years from the feds. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir. 23
years from the feds. First guest out the jungles, man. So we just got to raise up our futons and give this dude an extra loud applaud. Everybody, please give it up for KAOS.
Here we go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome, brother. How are you doing?
Thank you for the invite. Thank you for what you doing, man. This is beautiful. Shout out to my comrade Looney, Hawaiian Gardens.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
You
You know what I'm saying? I want to spin this a little bit and send a shout out to my god brother David Soto, Donovan State Prison. Been down for a long time and about to come home in a couple of years, man. And it's gonna be a real family orientated comeback.
Let's go.
No.
David Soto, baby. David Soto. Let's go.
Soto.
Come on home, baby. Boy. Long time, man. A lot of shout out to all the solid
All
brothers.
those,
the homies.
even though the ones that we left behind in the feds, you know, because you get a life sentence in the feds, you ain't coming home. And so pushing this, what my sweater say, gang life to a greater life, is because of those dudes behind that wall that may never be able to, you know what I'm saying, walk the beach, hold a woman's hand, not even, let alone even kiss her.
Yes.
So, you know, I do this. I wake up every day. I thank the Lord for, you know what I'm saying, giving me the strength and the willpower to keep pushing forward, one foot in front of the other, you know. So that's it, man. And living life, and got a beautiful wife, and you know what I'm saying, my kids are beautiful, man. And, you know, shout out to my family and everybody that supported me through all those years, you know, and been there, you know, without their prayers, man, you know, that I don't know if they know this, but, you know, them prayers can move mountains.
Amen.
You know, and so, you know, this is my payback back to the community. I can't give you no funds. I can't give you no none of that. Can't buy you no car, but I could give you some of this knowledge, wisdom, and 360 degrees of understanding what's ahead of you in this life.
You
know?
Yeah, there it is.
KAOS, baby.
Yeah.
KAOS. He ready to go, dog. He ready. You know what? I was just, when I was, and this is what I love right here. I love everything you just did right there. You got up there on this mic right here and you accepted it. You had a speech, like almost like an award speech.
Yeah.
But it's so much far greater than an award. It is life. Freedom back.
Freedom back. You know what I'm saying? And it's, even though, like, you know, we still got a long way to go, but we come so far, you know, and we got to thank God for them blessings, man. And you know, and keep pushing forward. Wake up every day. I love you. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Thank God for waking me up in the morning. Tell my wife, kiss her, love you, you know. And I say, I never let my emotions overpower my intelligence.
Damn. Say that one more time, sir.
I never let my emotions overpower my intelligence.
And a lot of us, and I'm guilty of it too.
That's hard though. It's hard. It's easy to say, but it's very hard because you have to be solid on 10 toes down in order to let that manifest through your body, man. And every day waking up, and because everything is, you know, we go, you know, we get the kids ready for school or whatever, or, you know, all that, you know what I'm saying? And then all the obstacles that we have to hurdle through life, you know, that brings a lot of emotions. So it's kind of hard to really like play that all the way out. Some days might be better than others, but that's something you strive to, you know what I'm saying, to make sure it happens every single day for you.
Every day you
Every
working it
day.
out.
Every day you get it out. Never let my emotions overpower my intelligence. Keep my head to the sky, like the song say. You know what I'm saying? Looking for God to give me directions. That's it right there. You know, and one foot in front of the other, you know what I'm saying, and living this life, because tomorrow not promised to you. You know, so we got to live in the moment and let, you know what I'm saying, everything manifest. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the night, you know. A lot of us can't do that. because behind them walls, hey, you laying in bunks, man. That's it's a whole different like lifestyle in there, man. It's a whole different you can say for us out here, it'd be like, what's the perception of prison? And those that's in prison is like, this is my reality right now,
Yes, sir.
I get up in the morning, 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Cup of coffee before the doors open. As soon as the doors open, program time. You know what I'm saying? But out here it's a little bit different. You got to get up, go to work. You know what I'm saying? Got to get the kids dressed. Got to make sure, you know what I'm saying, drive to work or wherever that is, and so we got a lot of stuff that we got to deal with out here. But those dudes in there too, you can't forget about them. Loved ones, friends, even foes. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
100%, brother.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish that lifestyle on nobody. That jail life, totally different. If those that don't know, if you ain't never been there, I know somebody that been there, so you need to get with them and have a conversation and try to use whatever game plan they got and apply it to your daily lifestyle, so you don't have to go down that road, so you don't fall in the pits. You know what I'm saying? The street life, straight emptiness, darkness, darkness, because that ain't no good look for nobody. I don't want a number. I don't want nobody to call out my number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody calling out my number. I want somebody calling my name.
Sheesh.
Hey, call me. Whether you call me KAOS or you call me Gino or you call me Eugene or Mr. Gutierrez or whatever. Hey, look, call my name, man. Don't call me by no number. Nah, I don't want to see no more letters come through no slot or under the door. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got these letters. I got these pictures. Man, that's nowhere to live, but it happens. But for these youngsters out here, man, hey, look, find another route, baby.
Yes, sir.
Gang life to a greater life. Find another route.
That's one thing that I like what you said is we can't forget about the gentlemen that have been left behind, that are still, some of them don't have a release date, some of them have a release date. But that's why I started Hood Stocks, brother, is to shine light on individuals like yourself, like myself, like Looney, and to share these stories, within the lines, you know what I mean? We want to stay within we want to stay within the lines, not get reckless, you know what I mean? But people forget. I've been in the penitentiary. I didn't do no close time like you done, bro. You know what I mean? But there was times where people forgot about me. You know what I mean? And it's great to have you here, brother. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, man. The platform is beautiful, man. Like I told Looney when we been hey, he owned me. Man, come on, man. You gotta come on here, man. You a very knowledgeable dude, man, and your voice can shake mountains, bro. He said, and I had a conversation just with myself not too long ago. And I was saying, like, when me growing up, so I grew up in the jungles, but my early days, I grew up in East LA, Boyle Heights, East LA, Pico Gardens.
Let's go.
So from early age, in them projects like that, it was black, brown love. There was no separation, bro. When I say this, I mean like, it was a mixed community because you had Pico Gardens, which was predominantly Mexican Americans, but then you had a forefront of the blacks, and then when you went to the other side, which is Aliso Village, you had more blacks and you had more Mexicans, but there was no like separation. It was, hey, look, I need to go over here. If I need to go over here and get something to eat, I could get some tacos from, you know what I'm saying, Miss Pam, or I could go over here and get some chicken from Miss Barbara, or, you know what I'm saying, my wife's mother, you know what I'm saying, Miss Connie Alice. She's a beautiful lady. Hey, this lady, hey, when we talk about food, she's the one.
Bomb ass
She's
chicken.
the one.
Yeah.
Anything.
Anything.
Like, so, but that environment was, for me, I seen everybody. You know what I'm saying? I seen the older guys and how they moved, and I wasn't involved in that because I was like, hey, my mom was struggling. We kind of struggled a little bit, so I was the one. Hey, look, we ain't got no food up in here. Damn, I want some hamburgers and French fries, so I'm gonna go get it. So I put a plan together. Hey, go way out here, come out Hambra as far as you can on a raggedy ass bike, and come back with a brand new BMX or Redline or GT. You know what I'm saying? That I stole and sell it in the neighborhood for a little crumbs and go run to the supermarket and buy hamburger, meat, cheese, bread, chips, soda, so we can eat.
Now I know what happened in my red line.
Hey, and my mom, she made me. Look, I was 13. She made me the last bike I stole. She already told me, you steal another bike, you ain't staying here. You gonna go live with your daddy. And my mom is black and my dad is Mexican.
Let's go.
So she said, you got one more time. After this is over with. There's no more. You can't. No. You know what I'm saying? And the lady that I sold the bike to, I told her, I said, I know you be hanging out with my moms, but your son wanted this bike. Listen, don't tell my mom you got this bike from me. Oh, me and your mom, we finna go. We finna kick it and hang out. And she got drunk and, hey, I got that. I bought my son the bike from your son. Eugene sold me that bike.
Yeah.
2 days later, I come home from school, all my shit packed. Where I'm going?
Going with Pops.
You going with Pops? Your dad come pick you up at 5:30. Man, he ain't coming, man. Last week, he was supposed to come pick us up. Me and my sisters, then he was supposed to come pick us up. He never showed up. He ain't calling nothing. He ain't coming.
Yeah.
The motherfucker pulled up at 5:15.
Early this time. Instead of 5:30, huh?
Yeah, I'm coming to get, hey, and then where you live at? He said, I live in the jungles. I said, what? He said, you remember when Uncle Michael used to live with all the palm trees and shit? And I was like, yeah. He said, that's where we live, but we live on Stevely. I was still playing football and, you know what I'm saying, for LA demos and playing baseball and doing all that because I was still young. I was like 13. So once I hit Audubon Junior High School, 14, I was about 15.
Yeah.
That's what did it.
Life changed, huh?
Life changed. It went from, kind of like pretty good in the sport thing, but once he kind of like, and I look at my dad like more, he was one of those, he was a laid back dude. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't your typical, what we see now as far as raza. He was more like, cause he grew up in, they hunt, my dad and all my uncles, most of them married black women. And the sisters mostly married black guys.
That's interesting.
So it was like, you know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, in the 70s and the early 80s, it wasn't no divide between black and brown.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where, like, hey, look, I'm a product of that.
100%.
Of these two races mingling together. And it's just like South Central, everybody share neighborhoods with somebody. Whether you share neighborhood with, like, if you kind of like, we do geographical, the Florencias share a neighborhood with the East Coasters.
Yeah.
The South Low share neighborhoods with the Denver Lanes and the Hoovers. All this, so like growing up together is not no new thing.
Yeah.
It's deep in our roots, whether in the gang life or just cultural period of LA structure. It's all about that. It's about like black and brown. You know what I'm saying? Then when you add the aspect of the gang life, we all the same.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
We all the same. It just
same struggle.
Back then. Well, we didn't go after the Mexicans, and the Mexicans didn't come after the Bloods or the Crips. But once that miscommunication, or I'm better than you and no you're not. And so it was, it's something in the water in LA. Whether you drink the water from LA River or
Out the water hose.
oh, that's the same, bro. Like it's crazy because and I try to tell, because being in the feds, it's a culture shock for other people from other states because of
seeing you.
No, I'm just saying all of us, as far as like
as a whole.
the Sureños and the Bloods and Crips.
Yeah.
Because they hear it and they seen it on TV, whether you take
the movies,
Colors, or you take Training Day,
Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society.
all that. You take all them, but then when you actually meet somebody from there,
it's different.
it's different.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a culture shock. Just like I had dudes that tell me, hey, why they move like that? Like other blacks from like, I'm gonna give you Florida, North Carolina, those eastern states, southern eastern states, never really been or never really seen no Mexican move the way the Sureños move. I'm telling you, because, okay, you take Florida, they don't have Mexicans. They got Cubans and Haitians and maybe a couple of Puerto Ricans. Yeah. They don't have no Mexicans. And I try to tell them, they not the same. That's not the same thing, bro.
No.
He's like, well, how you know? I was like, look at my last name and look at your last name. You notice my last name ain't Johnson.
Yeah.
Hey, how you say your last name? Yeah, Gutierrez. But in Spanish, it's Gutierrez.
Let's go, baby.
But we don't put that much in it. It's Gutierrez.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? But the whites will fuck you my name up, Gutierrez. Especially in Big Sandy.
Oh yeah.
My last name ain't no motherfucking Gutierrez. Well, that's how you fucking say it. We was around some real hillbilly motherfuckers, man, in Big Sandy. Right, Loon?
Oh yeah.
Like,
sure.
so, but back to what I was saying, like, as far as and my dad was like, kind of like, do what you do. But then when he found out, like, it was, the gang life was real, he tried to, like,
pull you from it.
Involve. He was like, listen, man, you don't need to be out there doing that.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, well, what am I supposed to be doing? He said, well, you good in this sports, man. You need to keep pushing that and go to school. But I said, okay. Now I reach in my pocket and pull out $4,000, $5,000. You said money, right? I got it. And he was real laid back, and he wasn't really trying to like squabble with me on that. So he said, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you're gonna do that shit, do it to the fullest. Don't fucking half step. Don't play no games. And you know one other thing, I'm not gonna fuck my weekends up to come visit you when you in juvenile hall or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I get you. I got you.
Pop's a real one, huh?
Pop's a real one.
Talk to you straight.
Pop's a real, like, straight up, like, hey, look, that's what you want to do. I'm not fucking my weekends up to come visit you while you in juvenile hall, while you in California Youth Authority. But hey, that motherfucker was there.
He was there.
He was there.
Yeah.
When the police got involved in whatever we was doing, he was there.
Shout out to Pops.
So shout out to Pops, but because he's a real one, and even though we had like our little quarrels or whatnot, that's my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I respect him to the fullest, and I respect him a real lot more from what he did, like as far as my mom, and my other women that was involved in his life, as far as like domestic violence stuff. He stepped up to the plate and apologized. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I know I put you through some bullshit, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna be a man and tell you I apologize. Whether you accept my apology or not, it's up to you. But I'm being humble and telling you, hey, look, I know I'm a stubborn motherfucker, but this is what I give you. I apologize for all the pain and sorrow I caused.
Accountability.
You gotta respect that.
100%.
You gotta respect that. So just that, like, I respect that, Pops. You know what I'm saying? I said, and we had our conversations about the prison life, and I told him, I said, you was there for me, and and don't ever think that you or my mom didn't do a hell of a job, because y'all did. This was a choice of a young man that was mesmerized or starstruck when he seen this lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know it might be some youngsters out here that see that, but it's not like how when we was growing up. It's different.
We done fucked everything up, so now go ahead, brother.
It's more like, it was, the Kool-Aid was like that. Now, ain't no sugar in the Kool-Aid no more. Yeah. You got all these different elements of what they call the street life.
Yeah.
And it's not the same as the way we grew up. So
social media.
I'm not saying, because we didn't have social media, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have, we had pagers, and you had to go to the corner to get on the phone and all that, So, and we didn't use the drugs, we sold the drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't get high on our own supply or nothing like that, so. But I always say that the father, like, so some people say, oh, I was looking for a family in the streets. I mean, yeah, okay, I could say that, but I was more looking for how to make $1 million before my next birthday.
You about your money, huh?
We didn't. I learned from being in this neighborhood in the jungles that, hey, you gotta get it on your own. I help you, or if you want something, come on, I'm gonna show you how to do it. You want to learn how to do this? Come on, I'm gonna show you. You want that? You want this car right here? Come on, let me show you how to get it. It was each one teach one. Then you have now you got generation gaps, because when I was supposed to teach my younger homie where I was at in prison.
Yeah.
So what did he learn while he was out here? Ain't no telling.
Yeah.
Did he try to soak up game from somebody older? Probably not. And if he did he apply that to his daily lifestyle? Probably not. And if he did he move accordingly? Yeah, okay. But let's fast forward. He went to prison, then somebody else came. Did he do the same thing? Nah. They took the morals and principles out of that, and then now there's no respect.
Let's go. Absolutely.
There's no respect.
No respect.
So once you take the element out of that word and it don't apply to the monumental structure of gang life, it's over with. That's why I got to push gang life to a greater life, because the greater part in all of us being the respect still lies in that greater life. Doesn't lie no more in the gang life because it's watered down. You ask anybody in the penitentiary, if we let you out today, where you going? And what you gonna do? Oh, in the fucking neighborhood, I ain't going back over there. I'm cool.
And where do they go?
Either you pick up some trade and you push a daily. Oh, I want to live comfortably and go home and watch a ball game. Maybe take my wife to the beach and put my feet in the sand. Yeah. Not worrying about what enemies is over here or how many new homeboys is in the neighborhood. You go do the head count. I'm cool. I value my life, and life is precious. So I have to value that. Not only do I value my life, but every individual that I come in contact, if we lock eyes, guess what? You might need my help, or I might need your help.
Yes, sir.
If I could give you that, I'm gonna give it to you. Whether it's expressing some type of knowledgeable that I got that could maybe shake your world a little bit, I'm gonna do it. And I believe everybody has that ability to do that. And just sometimes I feel like I can just go somewhere and be like, hey, keep your head up, dawg.
Yeah.
To somebody that I don't know
Yes, sir.
and watch how they may react. Who's this? What
Yeah.
the? And down the line, he might think about it. Damn, this motherfucker just walked up on me, man. I didn't even know who he was. He talking about, hey, man, hey, enjoy your day, bro. People don't do that no more.
I do that, bro. I'll be in different sections sometimes, and I'll be running through a liquor store, maybe get myself something real quick, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm in a different hood, bro. You know, and sometimes there might be a fool from that hood in that liquor store, you know? And I see him eyeballing me over the hot Cheeto aisle, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't avoid the eye contact, bro. I make the eye contact and I greet him, bro. What's up, my dog? What's up, my? I see you, doggy. I see you. Damn, where the whoop at, homie? All right, G, have a good one. Diffuse it, change the energy, hit him with some positivity. You feel me?
Yeah.
And even if it's just a simple greeting,
It's a simple greeting.
goes miles.
It was a long way. So yeah,
Sorry for throwing you out, brother.
no.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah,
But it's crazy that, first of all, that I'm sitting here with you.
I appreciate you.
You know, because then, like, right now it's just, I'm thinking about all the guys that's in them the real trenches.
Yeah,
These is trenches out here, but ain't nothing like them other trenches behind the G wall.
yeah,
You know, and those that's holding it down to the fullest, you gotta respect that. No matter where you from. I don't care about that. Because, and I ran into one guy before when I first got out. And I could tell he was a youngster, and you know what I'm saying, you know, everybody go crazy right now on the face tats and all that. So, you know, you got a lot of dudes that you in certain neighborhoods or whatever, they give you that look like what's on your face. So I seen him kind of like going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up, bro? You good? Oh no, yeah, now OG, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Look like you, and he hit me with it, like, oh, you fresh out, bro? I'm like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
He like, where you from? It ain't even all about that, but what's your direction in life, though? That's what I hit him with. What's your direction in life? He like, what? I'm like, I'm from the jungles, just to let you know, but what's your direction in life? Oh, you from the jungles? But now, you missed the whole point.
Yeah.
What's your direction in life? You so caught up on where I'm from, you missing your blessing. What's your demonstration? This is what I told him. What's your demonstration? Well, what? All right, where you from?
yeah.
So let me talk to you in your language. Where you from? Oh, I'm from 74 Hoover. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm from the jungles though. But look, I just came home from prison, bro. Look, and I'm pushing this gang life to a greater life. So he like, what? I'm like, hey, just a notation. You thinking that I'm looking at you in your eyes, which I am, but I'm exploring your whole body. He like, what you mean by that? I said, I know you got that big ass gun behind you. You know what I'm saying? For one. For two, you ain't even see me look down at you. I know you got all the blue on. He like, damn, OG, you seen all that? I said, I'm very observant. So what I'm telling you is, look, be careful with that. He like, why you say that? The feds got a number called 924C. He like, what's that? I said, felon in possession of a firearm. You been to prison before? Yeah. Be careful with that, dog.
Yeah, throw him way off.
So I'm not talking about like worrying about somebody that might, you know, you might have to unload with, or somebody try to unload on you.
Yeah.
I ain't even talking about that. I'm
worried-
talking
you
about
worried
getting caught with that.
Yeah, you worried about him, make sure he stays out of prison.
So he like, what is that? I said, that's a Fed number. It's called 924C, felon in the possession of a firearm. He say, what? And then I said, oh, wait, my bad. Not 924C, 924G. He say, 924G? Well, what's a 924C? I said, wait, that's what I got. My bad. He's like, what is 924C? I said, using the firearm in the possession of a crime of violence. He like, what? I said, yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Look, see, I got your attention now. He like, Wait, what you talking about? I said, be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. Be careful with that. I said, it's only right that I tell you that because probably none of your homies told you that. But see, this is my message to the youth. Listen, bro, I'm telling you, be careful with that. That's a 9. Damn if you had to shoot somebody and you could get away with it. But if the police catch you with that, you got extended clip. That's an extra 5 years. And you're a gang member, that's another 10 years. So look, we talking 15 years before they even give you what category you fall into.
Yeah, let's go.
So I said, I'm giving you, you might have a perception of what it is, but I'm giving you reality of what it is. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be out here with that. Yeah. I said, just like turn something around. I said, look, a lot of people, yeah, certain people in prison, they got to carry knives. Right? I said, but my knife is not to just whatever. Nah, mine's just for protection.
Yeah.
I got this because it's only for protection. You know what I'm saying? It's not a law for me to carry this. Nobody telling me, oh yeah, when you come in, you got to carry this. Nobody's telling me that. What I'm saying is, you have to have one though. Somebody pull up on you on some bullshit. And I said, just a small little inquiry on the prison life. And Luno, I was the spokesman for the blood card. Mm-hmm. And it was a youngster that came in and he was like, I could tell he wasn't from where we from. He was from Alabama, but he came in on, I'm on gang time. Mm. You know, where the blood's at.
Yeah.
Come here, let me tell you something. Where you from? So I said, listen, before we go anything, I don't put emphasis on too much. I said, I'm telling you this just for starter kit. If you help the government bring somebody down, which means if you got a 5K1, which is assisting the government on bringing somebody else down, or if you a rat or anything like that, you told in the courtroom or nothing, you might as well leave.
Yeah.
But if you stay and that come out, it's all bad for you. But so listen, he was good. And somebody told him something and he came to me, he said, so what's up? So what's up with the Kisu? And I was like, what? So he was like, what's up with the Kisu? And I said, I'm gonna give you this, but before I give you this, I have to tell you about what it is and what it's used for.
And what exactly is he asking for?
For a knife.
Okay.
So he said, I want the banger. Say, bro, so this comes with something. Now, before I give it to you, I got to tell you this. This is only used for protection. Don't pull it out and show me. If I find out you pull it out on me, you're going to be on that yard doing burpees until the sun go down. I'm just saying. So that's what it's used for. Very respectful youngster. And he always was the one that, you know what I'm saying, that you tell him something and he's going to run with it. He going to run with it. Whether it be knowledge, wisdom, or some bullshit, he going to run with it.
He was teachable.
But he was one of those guys that I said, you are the ones that last long because you listening to somebody that's experienced, that knows what's going on. Yeah. And me personally, I'm not gonna feed you no bullshit. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna tell you to go do nothing that I wouldn't do. And I might be the one to tell you, hey, you know what? You got the day off. Watch this. Let me show you. Let me show you what this all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but when you move respectful. You know what I'm saying? In here, the saying in Big Sandy for me and the Bloods, my homies and all that from different states, I used to always say this. I give you my respect, but you'll earn the disrespect.
Let's go.
The same thing is applied to the streets, because if you if you been to prison nowadays, you have to walk with some of those prison elements, and it'll help you survive here in the streets.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, like, I'm saying, if being respectful is number one, being the person that don't wear his emotions on his shoulders,
Yeah.
and it's levels to this. So you have to understand the levels and don't try to jump the one level before you actually walk through the first level.
Great advice.
That's why I'm so like animated when it come to the youngsters, because I owe them this. Every community, every barrio, every section of LA, San Diego, all the way up to the Bay, all other states. Understand that it's easy to go to jail, but it's hard to come home. So when I say that, I mean, like, you don't want to be involved in nothing as far as like racial riots, gang riots. Somebody gonna get hurt,
Yeah.
or somebody gonna lose their life.
There's no wins in that.
No wins in that.
No.
And so out here on these streets, that's my lesson. I mean, that's what I have to preach.
That's your message.
And I challenge every youngster that might be listening, or somebody that has something. I'll say, hey, look, I guarantee you this. Your life will be brighter if you take route number one.
What's route number one?
If you on this path and you think it's gonna go all good for you, so path number one is stay away from the streets.
Yeah.
That's path number one. If you 15, 16, 17, 18, hey man, look, go to school, get an education, because path number two will suck you up. And when you look up, you was 18, now you 45, 49, 50, just getting out of prison. With no trade, all your family members, because you dogged them out, they don't want nothing to do with you. Because you in that era of, you don't know what respect is. Or nobody have set you down and explained the what it is to enjoy the fruits of being out here in the streets.
Amen. Casey, real quick, Casey, do you have any buds that are smaller? Because they're falling out of his ear, bro. And I've been noticing the guests. Go ahead, brother.
So
Sorry about that.
So that's why I say I challenge you to take a real giant leap and try to live what we would call like, oh, being a nerd, or you know what I'm saying, going to school and actually
See both of them, dog. Sorry.
and actually being a come up off the doing it genuinely, instead of trying to get over on, you know what I'm saying, on the backdoor part.
We'll have to do this on a break. We'll take a break soon. We'll fix these. Sorry about
Yeah,
that,
it's
brother.
good.
I keep on seeing him falling out your ear, and I apologize about that. I'll get that
Yeah,
fixed for you, bro.
It's good.
OG Chaos, man, dropping gems, dropping game, man. I advise you guys to fucking just pull out a notepad and take some notes, or if you know what I mean, if you're not good with notes, just replay this back later on. You know what I mean? This is what the fuck I'm talking about. This is what Hoodstocks is about. You know what I mean? Don't let my haircut distract you. I mean, listen to the words coming out this man's mouth right now. You know what I mean? This is 100% game, and this is the blessing of Hoodstocks right here, being able to have this man KAOS out the jungles, man, and you know, just dropping the game, and we have a responsibility, bro. We have a responsibility to do exactly what you're doing right now, and that's called paying it forward, bro.
Paying it forward, exactly. And even like, so I have a couple of guys that I work with, you know, and they not real young, you know. Shout out to Glock Nasty and Lil Center. But these two individuals, and I told them this before, I was like, I got real respect for y'all, you know, for the simple fact that y'all could be out here doing the street life shit, but y'all get up early in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Show up to work with me on the construction site. You know what I'm saying? And I actually told both of them that. I said, you know what I'm saying? And both of them do have young kids and all that. And as far as Glock, he got like custody of both of his sons, and it's just him, you know. So big ups to him. Like, he's doing it, and I told him, I said, I respect you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Just for the simple fact, I know you a gang member and all that. You might not be involved in the street life like that, or you keep your ear to the street or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. But you're not out here, bro. You got a job. You know, can't nobody tell me that you sit in the house 24 hours a day and you tell me that you can't find no job. That means you're not applying yourself.
You know, one thing that I hate to hear, brother, is when homies in general, but even homies that get out, they talk about, oh, I can't get a job because of my record. How do you feel about that? Because I feel like it ain't stopped me from getting a job myself. I got 2 strikes since '95, bro.
I worked when I'm like out the halfway house, and the lady that was in the halfway house that was in charge of like getting everybody the job, she didn't even say, she just said, hey, Mr. Gutierrez, you want to work? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, okay, look, tomorrow you go over here. And she got to connect with the tip agency.
Yeah.
2 days later, we was working. And when I get out of the halfway house, first I went back because I got into it with the halfway house director, you know, and all that, and they was doing some. But I also, a little bit was my fault too, because I was drunk and I was like, I ain't staying. You talking about you gonna breathalyze me and all that? Nope, I'm gone. Pew, I left. So, and went back to Big Sandy and did another 6 months, and then came out and full-fledged. Worked a little bit at one little job, and then been hit this job almost 2 years. So can't nobody be like, oh, it's my record. That's cop out.
100%.
To me, that's a cop out. You ain't go to trial. You ain't take it all away. What about these people? What about this? It's trades you can do. You know, hey, look, it's a lot of the homies that's in truck driving and all that. They don't care about your record.
Shit, they go to Homeboys Industry.
You go to Homeboys Industry, Father Greg gonna hook you up. Easy. So you can't tell me that it ain't no resources out here for you to accomplish that. Yeah, okay, you might not be getting paid what you want. Hey, but you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But as far as you may looking good on the paper, or as far as the PO and all that, they're gonna stay off your back if you got a job.
How is it? Can I pivot a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go from your mom's. I want to get a little timeline with your story, brother, if you don't mind. And I appreciate you starting this off, which is dropping gems and knowledge, man. This is unbelievable. Thank you so much, brother.
I'm
gonna thank you for these guys right here, and for the future people that are gonna watch this. You're gonna take notes. You go pick up game, and these are leaders that we need within our community, just like this man KAOS right here. You know what I mean? These are our greatest leaders within this community. It's men that have gone down similar roads this man has gone down. But so your mom was in East Los, okay? You go to the jungles, man. Tell me about the jungles. You know what I mean? I'm not real familiar. I'm from Northeast Los Angeles, Highland Park, and so I'm not real familiar with the terrain of the jungles. Now, have I heard it? Is it fucking famous? Fuck yeah, it is, bro. Like the jungles, I've always heard about the jungles, but I just know nothing about the jungles. You know what I mean? How is it? Back then, maneuvering through the jungles, like the terrain, the environment.
Yeah. So it's I probably won't get the miles, the square miles, all right. So I'm gonna do it like this. So from Crenshaw and King to King and La Brea. And then from La Brea to Stocker, and then down Stocker to Crenshaw. But there's a break in that, because you have above the jungles, you have what we called the Black Beverly Hills.
And what is that? What area is that?
This the Baldwin Hills area. So they changed the name recently. They changed the name from the jungles to Baldwin Hills Village.
Gotcha.
But historically, we gonna keep it all the way G. Historically, the name was the jungles because of the multiple palm trees up and down the streets. So it was certain, even in the summertime, the sun could be like at its highest peak in certain areas in the jungles. You won't get no sun. And this is areas of projects, but it's not. I can't define them as projects. It's more like an apartment flooded, and there's only maybe 3 feet in between every apartment building. And you have the front of the apartment building, and behind every apartment building, there's an alley. So the jungles is kind of like what you describe as like a maze. You could go on one street, and then I could take you up the street and go through an alley and come back around and be on the same street again, and you'd be like, damn, we just left here. Or I could take you on one side where they kind of like where they film Training Day at, where they got the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and that's the street nobody don't want to go down. Like, you don't want to end up down there. Back in the days, it was like that was headquarters, you know, but you had 50 guys on this block, but you also had 20 guys on another block, 20 guys over here, and they would just spread it out. So there's no houses in the jungles. There's nothing but apartment buildings. You know what I'm saying? So in those younger days, they didn't have no gates. So it was just like wide open. You didn't have no security gates. You didn't have no, so you could start on La Brea and go through all apartment buildings, through alleys, and end up all the way on Crenshaw without even walking down the street.
Is it considered West Los? West Side?
It's what we consider kind of like, I would say like now, like if you want to use like far as geographical, you kind of say Crenshaw District.
Okay, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because we not that far. We here, and then you got Crenshaw, and then you have Stalker. So it's all like we on the, so from Crenshaw to King to Crenshaw and Stalker, and then up Stalker, and then you could take Stalker all the way to La Brea, and then go all the way down to La Brea to King Boulevard, or Obama Boulevard now. So, you know what I'm saying? Then Dorsey High School.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That, so all that area is, you know what I'm saying, considered the jungles.
Was it considered, like in the 90s, one of the most dangerous parts of Los Angeles?
So I'm gonna say like because of the way our neighborhood is structured, it was one of them.
It was one of them.
It was one of them because even like and those were my days, and those were, you know, some of the guys that I still consider close friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's that era right there is kind of more like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you say, okay, somebody asks you, well, when did you get actually jumped in or whatever? I got put on in 1985.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
do you mind me asking how old you are right now?
I'm 53.
53. Okay.
Yeah. So I got put on when I was like 14, 15. You know, and when you do the history, like I'm Lil KAOS. So I got there's a big KAOS. You know, so
tell me about Big KAOS. Did you know him personally?
Yeah, I knew him personally. We hung out and all that, but he was like kind of like Big KAOS was what we call like a reputable homie, and all the homies knew him. He was good with his hands. You know what I'm saying? He was real sharp. You know what I'm saying? Real good with his hands, know how to make stuff. One time he told me, he was like, "We're not gonna use guns when we go put this move down. We gonna use bow and arrows." I was like, "What? Ain't no way." He was like, "No, I'm gonna make some bow and arrows." I was, "What?" So, but later on, like kind of like maybe like 2 or 3 months after that, I seen it in his eyes. Like you could tell like he was getting high. You know what I'm saying? He was getting high on the primos.
Yeah.
And that was a no-no at the time in the jungles.
Was this, are we talking like late 80s or something?
Like 80, yeah, like 88, 89.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was.
And that makes sense in regards to like a bow and arrow as opposed to guns, because back then it was a little more knives, chains, bats. I mean, I know the guns came out in the 80s.
The only we didn't have no assault rifles. If we had a M14, that was the only one.
Yeah.
If you had a sawed off 12 gauge, maybe it was 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
But he was that person that kind of instilled that take no prisoner attitude toward me, like in the younger days.
Got you.
You know, and so that's how that name. You know what I'm saying? That name, I kind of try to live up to that name. You know, when they said, "What's your whole name?" Motherfucker, I'm Lil Evil KAOS. What's happening? You know, that with the fire, because he instilled that, he lit that match.
Yeah.
Here. And it was like, and then not only him, then my dad, when my father said, "I don't care what you do, make sure you do that shit 110%. Don't half step. Don't fucking, nah. If you're gonna do it right." So that right there was, we didn't have no guys like us coming home from prison. Like, man, youngster, you don't need to be. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The older homies was the heroes in the neighborhood, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even like, I'm gonna switch. Even in Pico Gardens, it was one guy that I watched.
And Pico Gardens, whose neighborhood is that?
That's Guato Flats.
There you go.
So my younger days, I used to watch him. Very sharp, you know what I'm saying? He was a hustler. His name was Frog. He was black though.
Okay.
His name was Frog. His real name is David Merritt. So passed away, God rest his soul, but the dude was game tight. And he always used to be like, "Hey, let me tell you something. Make sure when you do stuff, you don't have too many people around."
Yeah.
I said, "What?" He said, "When you do stuff, make sure you don't have no people around. You see me? Who around me?" I said, "Me." He said, yeah. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I know you're not gonna say nothing. You see what I'm saying? So it was Jews dropped at a younger age, and this was even before like any type of gang banging. There was for me it was no type of, like when I was in East Los, it was no, because my grandmother she lived on the Liso Village side, and we lived on Pico side.
Yeah.
My mom's mom. So I was one of those guys. I get on my bike and ride over there. I remember one time, look, my mom, you know, she liked the frog, the one I was talking about. And I used to be like, man, you know, I'm trying to edge him on. Like, talk to her, man. You know what I'm saying? I won't mind you being step pops or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, you know, and she bought me my mom bought me a kind of like a t-shirt jersey, like, and it had a big ass 4 on it. Yeah. And it was red though. At this time, it was Cuatro Flats. Then you had 4th Street Pyrus too.
Okay.
So
I never knew about 4th Street Pyrus.
And then just like you had 1st Street East Coasts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so at that time, it was kind of like a lightweight feud with the 4th Street Pyrus and the
Cuatro Flats?
No, the 1st Street East Coasts.
Okay, gotcha.
The 4th Street Pyrus and the Cuatro Flats was like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was locked in. So when she bought me that shirt, it was Saturday morning. I got on my bike and I rode to my grandmother's house. But I went deeper into Aliso Village. And somebody's like, hey, Eugene, what? Can't be over here with that shirt on. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't from Cuatro Flats and you ain't from 4th Street Pyrus. So what? You know what I'm saying? And then
badass kid.
Yeah, and rode off on the bike. But so it was like, I'm not gonna say it was already in me, but as far as the color red, so it was like more kind of like it was, I don't know, it could have been like foreseen or whatever, as far as like, Destiny, but never thought like my pops was moved into the jungles. You know what I'm saying? And then when I went to California Youth Authority and all that neighborhood got real, like it got real wild over there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like my mom was like, I'm glad you're not over here. I'm glad you're in jail. You know, that because of that neighborhood, and I knew everybody, but it started, you know, it was real bad. It was a lot of people getting killed over there back then, like in the early 90s and all that, the late 90s and all that. It was like off the chain.
Yeah.
So, but then like, so that's why I said like in Big KAOS was more like I'm gonna say hype man, but he'll like I said, he'll light that flame in me. And so I went to YA for, you know what I'm saying, a little jewelry store robbery. And then on this case right here, you know what I'm saying, it was, we elevated to the bank robbery. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure like this was for all.
So you went to your Fed case on a bank robbery?
Yeah.
Okay.
On 2 bank robberies.
We gotta talk about that. We gotta get to that whenever you're ready.
Yeah. So, but like that right there was like more like that episode in the with like even before the bank robbery started, it was more like, because I was never no drug dealer really like that. I don't. The most drugs I sold was maybe like an ounce of crack.
You were a stick up kid.
No, I seen something, and it kind of, as far as like the hustling and selling drugs, it rattled me a little bit, because it sunk deep. So I seen it was a lady. She was a smoker.
Okay.
And she came and she bought something from me. And when she walked up, she was like, "What's up? You KAOS, you working?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, what you want?" She was like, "I got 200. So I give her 20 dime rocks. When I get her the 20 dime rocks, oh shit, I'll be back. So 20 minutes later, when she come back, she got her daughter with her. And I was like, "Why the fuck you bring her?
Yeah.
Man, tell her to leave. I'm not serving you shit. Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
So she was like, she told her daughter, "You go stand over here. You go stand over there." And when I'm talking to her, she like this. The little girl.
Yeah.
She's like this. So I'm like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. She was like, nah, you gotta get the fuck out of here. So she started walking down the street. My homeboy was like, you ain't sell it, you ain't serve her? Nah, she got her daughter with her. He run down there. Do the sale right in front of the girl, the little girl. She's probably like 7 or 8 years old. So, and fast forward like to like 96, 97. The little girl, her name is Tamika. She was like, so I'm on the block. I don't even think nothing of it and never seen her. And then all of a sudden the car pulled up. And she get out the car. There go my big brother. So I'm like, what? She was like, KAOS, what's up? You my big brother, what's up? I'm like, who the fuck? I'm telling my homeboy, who the fuck is this? He was like, nigga, you don't know who that is? I'm like, fuck no. And she was like, wait, you ain't got to tell him, I'll tell him. She said, remember a long time ago on Steve Lee? And I was like, what? What you talking about? She was like, when you didn't sell my mama that shit? I was like, what the? That was you? She was like, I love the fuck out of you because you didn't sell my mama that shit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
So when I talk about the morals and principles,
Yes, there's rules to the game.
there's rules to the game. That was one of them. And you didn't violate those type of rules.
Yes, sir.
Just like in those days when you went out and you see your op or whatever,
With
if
the
he
kid.
with his mama or his girl with her kids,
a no-go.
he got a pass.
Yeah.
100%.
We run up on him, yeah, you lucky. You lucky, boy. You better be. Thank your mama, nigga. Yeah, you know what it is. And leave. Nobody. Name me one person today in the 2000s that did that.
Yeah.
You can't. So that's what I mean when I say. I would even go so far if you still have morals and principle and respect like it was back then. Right now, I wouldn't even say nothing because I probably would still be out there.
Yeah.
No bullshit. But it ain't the same. So because there's no morals and no principles, and there's no respect. So how can I jeopardize or how can I put my life on the line for something that ain't for something that ain't gonna put their life on the line for me?
Preach. Yeah.
And I look at it like this. I did an analysis, and I think if you say you got 40 homeboys that be in the hood every single day, and they doing whatever. The feds come hit your ass with a RICO, which is running a criminal enterprise. Everybody that's on that case gonna get more than 10 years or more.
Yeah.
But if you tell, you might get less. So, how many motherfuckers gonna tell out that 40?
Yeah.
I don't want to get caught up in that.
Yeah.
So I can't subject myself, or can't subject my life or my family or my wife to something like that. And there's no bungee cord jump to keep us from hitting that motherfucking ground.
Yes, sir.
So I have to take it on my shoulders and say, you know what? It's gang life to greater life for me.
Yes, sir.
Where you from? Gang life to a greater life. Where you from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
KAOS, let's take a quick break, pay some bills, and we'll be right back with KAOS, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Casey, come on now. Everybody hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Sheesh. Banger right here, baby. Appreciate you, KAOS. Let's take a quick break.
check you, bro.
You got to use the restroom, anything, brother. You know what I mean? You need something to drink, you know what I mean? Got you. Casey, take it away, brother.
All right, here we go. Are you gonna change those earbuds?
Yeah, I'll change it,
All
bro.
right, check it out. Shockaware is more than streetwear. It's a culture, lifestyle rooted in individuality and self-expression through clothes, right? I need you to go to shockaware.com and use code HOODSTOCKS15. That's shockaware.com and use code HOODSTOCKS15, all right? You looking for some good quality cannabis? I mean, killer quality cannabis. Hit the folks at Killer Kush, man. They specialize in bringing you best things from exotic to OG. Let me tell you, they got it all, baby. So hit them up at killerkushcali@gmail.com, all right? Or you can hit up Drip Fits Apparel in the city of Whittier for the latest Killer Kush merch, all right? That's located at 13800 Leffingwell Road, Whittier, California, all right? That's Killer Kush and Drip Fits Apparel. Go on, check that out now. Check this out right here. You see this? It's that blue magic honey, all right? For when you need to go from I'm tired to I'm him, it's that simple. All right, slide through to royalhoneydeal.com and you'll thank us later, all right? Use code LUCKY for 25% off. You like that tone switch, all right? This is Royal Honey Pack for when you need to go from I'm tired to I'm him, all right? royalhoneydeal.com. Use code LUCKY for 25% off, all right? Hey, we're calling all bakers and chefs. Upgrade your kitchen with Origin Bakery and Restaurant Equipment. Ovens, mixers, and more at unbeatable prices, okay? Visit them in the city of South Almonte or call them at 626-579-3580, all right? Level up your culinary game now with Origin Bakery and Restaurant Equipment, okay? Hey, you caught up and you need backup? Call Doug Sherrod. Who? The King Kong of criminal defense, all right? He's beating cases and going apeshit in the courtroom, so you don't have to. It's that simple, right? Tap in with him at kingkonglawyer.com. That's kingkonglawyer.com and lawyer up like a beast. All right, it's that simple. It's that simple. Check this out right here. You see this? You see this? You see this? You see this? Right here, this is that Venice Kush, right? Your go-to cannabis shop at the Venice Beach Boardwalk, right? Find them at 1827 Ocean Front Walk, right next to the Marathon Burger. You could call 424-238-5476, all right? If you mention Hood Stocks, you get a free gram of flour with any purchase. Come on, mention Hood Stocks. Go to Venice Kush on the Venice Beach Boardwalk. It's that simple. Come on, guys, it's that simple. Don't forget to call them at 424-238-5476, okay? Hey, check this out. This man helped Lucky buy a house. And if you want to purchase a home or refinance, call Andrew at Prime Equity Mortgage, right? And he'll help you qualify. Or he'll let you know if you qualify for free, all right? He'll tell you if you qualify for free. And it's that simple. You just got to call him, get your phone, and type this number down right now. 626-825-6565. That's 626-825-6565. Andrew, Prime Equity Mortgage. Go on, get a house. Let's do this, all right? Hey, if you need Ozempic, peptides, or TRT, tap in with Ozempic Vince, man. Ozempic Vince. Call him at 714-269-1900 and tell him Lucky sent you, right? Tell him Hoodstock sent you. Tell him Casey sent you, and he'll do something for you, right? It's that simple. It's that simple, okay? Hey, check this out. This dude, Art Driven Oscar, is out of Downey, California, all right? And he just tattooed Lucky's daughter on Lucky's girl. And it looks amazing. I mean, the details are crazy. The color looks so good. This dude is a beast, right? He's doing $500 portraits when you mention Hood Stocks. I mean, guys, we're giving you a bunch of savings over here. $500 portraits when you mention Hood Stocks, right? You could call him or text him at 626-722-2898 or DM him at artdriven_Oscar to book. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple, man. Remember, check out all Hood Stocks merch at www.50racks.com. Oh, actually, since I got you guys here, I need you guys to do a favor. I need you guys to like and share some of my hat company's posts, right? That's Brero on Instagram or BreroLosAngeles.com. We do cut and sew hat manufacturing for small brands, big brands, anything, all right? So go and check that out, please. Thank you.
Appreciate you, my boy. Good shit. Good shit, good shit. We are back right here with the homie KAOS. KAOS, I want to ask you a question, brother. And go ahead. Yeah, I switched out those buds on there. Hopefully they fit a little bit better.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced any level of discrimination in regards to being half Mexican?
No.
No.
No, I never experienced anything racial, like personally. When it came to, you know what I'm saying, even the black side or the brown side, never being like shorthanded or telling me, oh, fool, you ain't black, you Mexican, or fool, you ain't Mexican, fool, you black, or anything like that. Nobody never came at me like that. Is because I think is maybe the way I carry myself, the way, I mean, I might have a different maybe have different look or whatever, but I never like had no, whether on the streets or in prison, never had nobody say or be discriminated, be like, oh no, we can't fuck with you because, you know what I'm saying, yeah, you Mexican, but you a blood and or you know what I'm saying, you black, I can't fuck with. Nah, I never had none of that.
Because you said at one point in the feds you were a spokesman for the Bloods.
And then even one, and I kind of like stumbled on that position because of another, like, you know what I'm saying, older homie. He was like, you had to step up to the plate and kind of like, it was more like nah, you're not the leader or nothing. It was kind of more like a spokesman and try to guide everybody the right way. I don't think you know, I got leadership qualities.
Yeah.
But as far as like taking that, I told him, like, just like I told him at that time, I was like, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm a front liner, homie, and like, nah, I can't. He was like, listen, the homie Smiley from West Side Peru, he was like, listen, you gotta step up to the plate. You gotta take over, because if you don't step up to the plate, everybody like you. You know what I'm saying? They respect how you move. He's like, even the other cars.
Yeah, I mean, dealing with the homies.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He said, especially dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the Southsiders, dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the DC blacks. Just different element when you talk about DC blacks.
I know. How was it dealing with DC blacks?
I mean, it's in as far as like in Big Sandy, because I was in Big Sandy from 2014 until I came home.
Explain to people and explain to me, and I've had it explained to me before. I've never done Fed time, only state time. But what is the significance of Big Sandy? Is it a higher yard? Because I always hear like it's like
level. It's kind of like, okay, we could do it like this. In the state, the high max is level 4s.
Yeah,
that's the equivalent to big USPs. Anything in the feds that got USP behind it is kind of like a level 4 yard in the state. You know what I'm saying? You under the gun tower. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk through metal detectors.
Yeah.
All that. So, and then, you got
hitters
dudes
on that yard.
You got dudes that got a lot of time.
How was it dealing with, like, you know what I mean? We're all like, to me, brother, and I've had a lot of homies, my homies, shout out to my boy Droops, a lot of different individuals on here that have done Fed time, and they speak about the feds. But, you know, we're so, like, the gang life, lifestyle grew up on the Italian mob movies, you know? Mm-hmm. And so now you're on the yard with these dudes, right?
I never, he was kind of older though, but he was from the Gambino family, but he was more like gravitated more to the whites. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was probably like paying them for security or whatever, but it wasn't no like ABs or nothing. It was independent white boys. Gotcha. And the independent white boys say, oh, we don't have no gang ties.
Yeah.
So you're not dealing with the ABs, you know what I'm saying, the brand dudes, and you're not dealing with the Texas AB. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And the Aryan Brotherhood from Texas is, and fools get down.
So I had a dude on here from Tango Blast, right? And he said in the state system, in Texas state system, he said, and I apologize because I got some brothers, I got some friends, homies that are part of the AB, you know, but and so I mean this with no disrespect, you know what I mean? He said that in their state prison, them dudes don't even have a fucking table in their state prison. Wow. Which is probably bullshit. A lot of people said it's bullshit. I don't know, you know what I mean? But I mean, how was it doing time with the ABs? You said you got the Texas ABs, so, and then you have the what's the other ABs?
You had the ABs from California, which they don't say AB. They're gonna tell you, oh, I'm brand.
Yeah.
If they tell you, if a California AB tells you I'm AB, he not AB. If he don't approach you, if you say, hey, what's up, you gangbang, and if he don't say, oh, I'm brand. If he not brand or he not no NLR.
Nazi lowriders.
Yeah, you know, hey, I ain't trying. You ain't no, you just say, you can't be. If you tell me you from California, you say, oh, I'm AB from California, you lying.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna call you out because that's not how they slang talk.
So the Nazi lowriders are able to walk the yard in feds, because I know that.
No, I was on the yard. I was in 2007. I was in USP Florence, Colorado, and I ran into a brand. His name was Ghost. Good motherfucker. The next time I heard something about Ghost, he was in ADX.
Yeah.
Underground.
And what is the significance of ADX?
The ADX is the super duper max underground. You're not coming out your cell. When you go to shower, it's another door, and no human contact whatsoever. So
it's a place you don't want to be at.
That's where they had the Unabomber, all these Timothy McVeigh and
Chapo,
El Chapo, and all them. That's where they at. So you're not gonna ever see them goons. You know what I'm saying? And then when they do get out, it's another 5-year stint in the they call it the Smooth program. So you're not gonna never run into those type of dudes. But for the, like I said, the brand guys from California, and then you had the Texas, the ABs from Texas, which to me is they extorting any weak link, they extorting you.
And we've actually had an AB on the podcast right here, but he didn't show his face on the podcast. He was in the feds and all that other shit. He's out of San Diego. Shout out to that brother right there.
What about the GBNs? Were they out there too, though?
That's a Texas thing.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought it was a Fed thing too.
Yeah. Anyways,
no, it's a lot of Tongo blasts in the feds though. I know a few of those guys, and they was on the yard with us, me and Looney and Big Sandy. But you know what I'm saying? Just like the at first it was Texas Mexican Mafia, and I guess the big homies told him y'all can't use that no more. So they changed their stuff to the Medecitos, which I guess means chosen one.
Yeah.
So, but those guys are, you know what I'm saying? They got some good homies. You know what I'm saying? And I even like, you know what I'm saying? Not to like glorify none of the prison things, but it was one of they guys, one of the Medecitos. We was coming from Colorado, and from Colorado you got to go to Oklahoma City, and so in Oklahoma is this like a transit center. So from Oklahoma City, and then we went to Atlanta, which is like a holdover before you get to Big Sandy. Before you get on the bus and go to Big Sandy. Mm-hmm. So we was there like so we get on so they shackled us. They shackled us up. No, so we get to from Colorado, we get to Atlanta, and we taking our cuffs, and he walk up on me. He was like, "Hey, there's 3 dudes back there. I don't know. They might be. I don't know if they bite us or not. But hey, don't let them jump me." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, you see those dudes over there?" So after I got my cuffs off, I went over there.
And why would they ask you?
They went. The Texas, the Medecito guy asked me. He was like,
for backup.
Yeah, he was basically, because we was in Colorado together. So
okay.
So he was like, hey, yeah. He was like, hey, KAOS, you know what I'm saying? Hey, fool, like, I know I ain't supposed to do this, but hey, them fools over there, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just don't let them fools jump me. I was like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you jump me. So when I took my handcuffs off, I went over there.
And you took your cuffs off?
No, we took the police was taking everybody cuffs off.
They were uncuffing you guys.
We was all uncuffing us, and we was in this big ass like cell
holding tank. So
I walk over there to him. Hey, ¿dónde vas, homito? Where you from, huh? Ah, puro paisa. No. I take that back. He was like, what? And I was like, oh, where you from? You Southsider? Yeah, Sureño, homie. All right, well, my name KAOS, homie. I'm from the jungles. And he was like, oh, all right, what's up, homie? You good? I'm like, where you going? oh, fool, I think we're going to Canaan. I'm like, oh, all right, we're going to Big Sandy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, he's like, oh, all right. I was like, what's your name? What's your name? Told me his name, Michelle. Mucho gusto, homie. I walk off. I go back to him. I was like, hey, them fools are Southsiders, homie. You good? Oh, fuck, thanks. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I was like, man, I'm not gonna let them. But when that happened, when we got to Big Sandy, they pulled out the red carpet.
For who?
Me.
For you. Yeah.
Because he was like, hey, he told his homies, and they big homie, his name was Smiley. He came up to me, hey, your name's KAOS? I'm like, yeah. He was like, hey, gracias for what you did for the homie, fool. Like, hey, you need something, let us know. I was like, all right. So like, we get back to the unit. I get back to the unit because we was outside on the yard. So we get back in the unit. That fool say, hey, he come up to me, the dude named Puppet. Remember Puppet?
Oh, yeah.
So he walk up on me. He was like, hey.
You remember Puppet?
Yeah, I remember Puppet.
So he walk up on me. He was like, hey, your name's KAOS? I'm like, yeah. He was like, come here, fool. Let me holler at you. We go to his cell. I was like, hey, look. I stopped by the door. You know, respect. Nah, come in, dog. Come in. He's like, here, this for you. 2 big ass bags full of all kind of food and shit. Like, I was like, nah, I don't need that. Nah, homie, you got to take it.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Dump all that shit on the bed and take his laundry bags back to him. Like, here. He was like, I told you that shit is for you. You know, so, I mean, but as far as that, like, I can say, as far as the Texas ABs, it was never like, it was just like, hey, what's up? Like, what's up? You know? Hey, what's up, KAOS? What's up, homie? You know what I'm saying? It was never, we never had no problems. There was never like no issue with them. You know what I'm saying? But I just know from past experiences, even at Pollock, though, when I was at Pollock in Louisiana, those dudes is like, they prey on the weak of their own people. You know what I'm saying? You're not there to uplift your own people, but you trying to demolish us because they're not what you are.
What do you think? And I might be asking questions that maybe I shouldn't be asking, but I'm gonna go out on a limb. And Looney, let me know, bro, if I'm overstepping certain boundaries, because I know state, bro, but feds, you know what I mean. And I'm not gonna be talking about my section, my background, the homies, you know what I mean. And I'm kind of interested in other sections and your perspective. And so you said that there's Texas ABs and then there's California, which the brand, right? And so those dudes don't run together.
Nah.
And so what would you say the difference is from your perspective on being in the yard, your lens, and seeing them? Is there a big difference between the sections?
It's probably like a 100% difference. Because the brand in the early, I'm gonna give you a little history on the feds, because I actually read the book. It's called The Lighthouse. It's from Leavenworth prisons back in the days.
Who wrote that?
I can't remember, but it's called The Lighthouse. And they talking about the prison.
Is it an ex-prisoner or is it someone like someone that studied
I think it is an ex-prisoner. I'm not for sure though. Don't
Okay.
quote me on that.
Okay.
But they
Chase,
speak highly on the ABs. The book is about Leavenworth prison. You know, that's like the oldest prison in California. I mean, not California, but in the United
feds,
States.
in the feds.
Because at first it was a military prison.
Okay.
Leavenworth, Kansas.
Have you been there before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my first spot in the feds.
And so, being the fact, and I don't mean to cut you off, brother, and I want you to continue saying what you're saying, but I'm very interested in this. Being the fact that it was originally made a military prison, are the is there more luxuries in regards to the structure of the prison, maybe the cell, so on and so forth?
That shit. Okay, look. Before they actually like made it into a federal prison, they had to come in because it had 5 tiers.
Are there any? Are they?
It
open
wasn't none of
tiers?
that shit.
So it's like Chino State Prison almost, in Central.
Yeah. So then they cut it in half. So they had So they made it an upstairs, which was the bottom floor was 1 and 2. They had a top tier. But then if you go upstairs, they had 1, 2, 3. So they cut it in half. So like this, it was all 5 tiers. These 2 tiers down here, and then upstairs is 3 more.
But is it open
The
bars?
cells are,
Can you get thrown off the tier?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Because that's how Cyprus is.
yeah.
And that's why sometimes
You could get thrown off the tier.
Yeah.
So
I think the book's called The Hot House.
the hot house. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I said the lighthouse.
Thank you, Case.
It's called the hot house. My bad. Thank you,
you.
Loon, for the correction. But they actually talk about when the California State Prison started sending the brand to the feds, which was in the mid 80s. At this time, when we talk about the DC blacks, the DC blacks don't have, District of Columbia, don't have no state prison. They shut it down. Too many killings. The feds came, shut them down. Nobody moved. Everybody sent. If you was in Lawton prison, everybody was shipped to the feds. Now, if you do anything in the District of Columbia, you could slap a bitch crazy. You going to the feds.
Yeah.
And I've asked several people about guests on this podcast, and they said that's why there's so much trash in regards to the DC blacks flooding into the federal system.
Now, I'm not gonna say all these dudes, because quote unquote they put a jacket on these dudes
In a whole.
as a whole.
Yeah.
As like a whole car. That's like somebody saying, the
And I'm not trying to do that either.
yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to like make them
No.
because in all actuality, it's some hell of a dudes from there.
DC blacks.
Yes.
100%.
Solid motherfuckers. So when you think because they had a name, you know what I'm saying, in the early days, beefing, going to war with the California ABs, the brand.
DC blacks.
Yes.
Okay.
It wasn't when you say they separating all blacks. This is what I'm saying. They separating all blacks, which meaning you have, say if you have 400 blacks on the yard, 200 blacks is from DC. All the other blacks from otherwhere else gonna get the fuck out the way. The DC blacks are gonna attack whoever they want to, or the AB's gonna go at those dudes from DC black. They not going after no Bloods or Crips, but in the early 80s, it wasn't that many Bloods and Crips in the federal system. We talking drug kingpins and bank robbers.
Yeah. All
In the feds.
All the Bloods and the Crips were in the state system.
So once the accordingly, they was the DC blacks was in the feds before they brung the ABs in the feds.
So it was their home.
So once that happened, you had DC blacks that never actually, when they think about other races, oh, we could run through these fools.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we this, we that, we this, we that.
They got the numbers.
So they gonna run through whoever. So, but little did they know, the white boys from California is strategic. Because why?
Because they've been in the state system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hey,
Yeah.
and before they left, they went to war with the BGF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strategic.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't nothing new to them.
No, it wasn't nothing. But to the DCs, when they seen them white boys,
They thought it was
hey, look, we
free-for-all.
finna run through them fools.
Yeah. And they had something. They learned something.
So they
different.
try to do the you know what I'm saying, those dudes, like, you know what I'm saying, whether they was like undercover, you know what I'm saying, booty bandits or whatever you want to call them fools.
Yeah.
They got that name like that. You know what I'm saying? Or the DC blacks is real aggressive, or they prey on the weak, or they see something. So my first experience with DC black was something of a highly respectful thing. You know what I'm saying? Because he said, Hey, Slim, where you from? Slim? Nah, homie, my name ain't no motherfucker Slim. Hey, where you from, homie? And look, homie, hey, look, you asking me where I'm from, homie. I'm from Westside BPS. He like, what? What's that? Where you from? I'm from DC. The District of Columbia? He said, yeah. I said, hey, homie, I'm from LA, homie, from the jungles. I'm a blood. Oh shit, for real? Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, you know, so it was like a kind of like, I don't know if it was a shock to him, but it was like kind of like a you could kind of feel the respect level, kind of like in the holding cell, just
Yeah.
you know what I'm
A
saying?
little bit of tension.
It was a little bit of tension, but it was more like, damn, this fool like, and come to find out, it was like 20 of them dudes in there.
I heard with the homies, you know what I mean? I don't want to speak on too much of the homies' business right here because I got to stay between the lines, you know what I mean? I ain't bulletproof and we all got to go home safely today. You know what I mean? All the time. I'm not above the program, no how, no way. I'm just a good guy right here. But I heard with the homies, right off the top, the homies were just like, hey, check it out. We ain't playing none of that fucking weird shit, you know what I mean? And these dudes that are coming on them cases, you need to get them the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? And the DC blacks were just like, all right, say less. It's cool, respect.
Yeah, it's a like, you can't, and by me dealing with those dudes on a daily basis. So, and I mean like, when I mean like on a daily basis, I mean like, so it was like one dude that is like, he was, and it was at Big Sandy too. So it was like, kind of like, he was real quiet. And so one day he say, you know, we at the microwave and he said, hey, KAOS, let me holler at you.
DC Black?
Yeah,
Okay.
his name was, I'm gonna say his name because I respect him and I still got love for him, and shout out to him. His name is Dario. You know what I'm saying? And he said, hey, I've been watching you. He said, I've been around a few gang members like Bloods and Crips and stuff like that, but he was like, you know, where we come from, we don't fuck with no gangbanger like that. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, yeah, we don't fuck with no gangbangers like that, like Bloods, Crips, GDs, Vice Lords, or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't fly in our city. And I was like, so if you don't mind, what you in prison for? Oh, I got a murder. So I got a murder case when I was like 16. I'm like, damn, 16? How old is you now? Like, I'm 42. Damn, oh, you under the old law or what? Or you know what I'm saying? You was in the state or something like that? Nah, I came straight to the feds. So I was like, somebody you ain't like or something? Kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? We was beefing with a motherfucker. I said, bro, that's a form of gangbanging.
Yeah, easy.
I said, the only difference between you and me, we flash colors, y'all don't.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You got an enemy, I got an enemy.
Opposition is opposition.
Opposition to opposition. Only thing difference from what you saying is y'all not banging no street or banging no colors or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And this what he said to me, word for word. Damn, and the way they talk, they got different kind of like tone levels. So I'm gonna say it like he said it. Damn, Slim, I ain't even look at it like that, Mo. Kill my mama, Slim. This is just how he said it, and I was like, what the fuck you just say? Yeah, oh, that's the way we talk in DC. I was like, but you said kill my mama, Mo. What the fuck do that mean? He like, that's like saying like, that's kind of like, saying like, Lord strike me down.
Okay.
But he said, I said, who the fuck is Mo? He was like, oh, that's one of my big homies. So we would say, kill my mama, Mo. So it's a shout out to him. I was like, that's the same thing when we say on Bloods or we say on the hood, on the turf or whatever, because we not gonna define that. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna put no burden on that. So we gonna leave. He say, oh man, I ain't even look at it like that. He said, damn, you just made me aware of some shit that I ain't even think about.
I'm a gangbanger.
He said, I said, yeah, you a gangbanger. You just don't flash no colors.
Yeah.
Slim.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
You know, so but this is what I mean when I say like the culture shock. You know what I'm saying? Because he taught me something and I taught him something. You know what I'm saying? About like I'm telling him about like how you live and breathe DC. I said we live and breathe this gang shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said, but yeah, okay, like I'm a different person. I said, yeah, I'm a different person, but at the same time, I said, I'm gonna give you example like I gave somebody else. And a lot of people don't know this. It's a difference between the gangbanger and the gang member.
Let's go.
And he said, what? I said, it's a difference. He was like, okay, break that shit down for me. I said, well, when you talk about gangbanger, that's somebody that indulge in activities regardless on what it is. And the member is somebody, yeah, I belong to this, but I got a family, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here working, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, better my life. So I don't indulge myself in those activities anymore. But if you see me, or yeah, I might go to the neighborhood, hey, what's up, how y'all doing, man? Love y'all niggas, and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
But I don't indulge myself on a daily basis, or I don't indulge in any type of gang activity. So, and I would never put, because if you define it like that, don't cross over. You can't cross over. If you label yourself a gang member, you can't indulge yourself in gang activity.
Yeah.
Cause now you ain't no member, you's a gangbanger.
Yeah. It's levels.
Exactly.
And so let's pivot again, brother. How much did you get sentenced for those bank robberies?
We got indicted.
In 2011?
We got indicted in 2002.
2002. Okay, I don't know where I got 2011 from. I seen an indictment on. Honestly, I know where I got it. I looked at Google, bro. And they said there was an indictment in 2011 with the Jungles.
No, that was a gang injunction after training day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Why was there a gang injunction after training day?
Because it was the feds came with Operation Stone Love, which after the movie Training Day, it put the highlight, or it put all the lights, big lights, high school Friday night lights right on that street.
And so in Training Day, when fucking
Denzel
went into the Jungles, those were real bloods.
Everybody out there, real gang members.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
And so Denzel done got the spot hot.
Well, you know what I look at it like?
More
I kind of look at it like maybe we brought that upon ourselves.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You want to be
some things there shouldn't be light shine to.
I don't think, and I say this with much respect, not only to the Jungles, but you know what I'm saying, to homies that was involved in that got caught up on them injunctions in them Operation Stone Love and all that. Let's say let's say Denzel wanted to do a movie in Hawaiian Gardens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With all the homies from Hawaiian Gardens in the movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then what that brings? Brings, whether it's tourists, whether it's other people from other neighborhoods coming to kick it to see, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or mingle. But guess what? Above them Friday night lights, you got the ATF and the FBI watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look,
just like
the feds don't need that much evidence to indict you.
Right.
To go to a grand jury and the grand jury say, push it.
Yeah.
Push it.
So easy.
How many names you got? Oh, we got like 45 names. You know what I'm saying? And all they did was go to the police station and get everybody named whoever been to jail in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's all they did, bro. They just tried to take, not saying that it's Denzel's fault or it's some of my homies' fault for letting them do that movie in there, but but that's the limelight.
Yeah.
Who don't want their name in the limelight?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless on what it is.
Yeah.
You could take a rookie in the NFL. He want to score a touchdown. Why? So his name could be on the limelight.
It's the same thing for gangbanging.
Same thing for game.
It's a
I
sport.
want my name to be known. Why? Because I want the limelight. I want my hood to be known. We gonna let Denzel in here because he gonna do they didn't do no gang conjunction with the imperial courts. In the PJs.
And was that a different movie or the same
No,
movie?
it's the same movie.
Yeah.
When he had Macy Gray and the fool start shooting at the luxury sport,
That's right. Yeah.
they didn't get no gang injunction. The Mexican gangbangers in the movies, they didn't get no indictment.
Yeah.
Right.
Only those guys over here. Why? Because most of the movie was, the end of the movie, you know what I'm saying, was right here. And then you had all these people. But I'm not saying that just put the limelight on the neighborhood. That didn't cause, for me personally, I don't think that caused for the FBI to quote unquote it was way before that because we had homies on the roof, you know what I'm saying, with signals and, hey look, police, it was manufactured to keep the police away from our neighborhood.
Yeah.
But whatever happened, and maybe we had some people that was yip yapping with the people they ain't supposed to, and caused that. You know what I'm saying? It could be all kind of elements. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people went to prison for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It got lifted into that. You know what I'm saying?
There's that scene right there.
Yeah.
You don't got a cigarette, Doug?
I don't
You're out?
have any.
Can you get me one from Dark, bro, next door?
Yeah, no problem.
Dark's got one for me, dog.
For sure, bro.
Thank you, brother.
That was to me, like I understood because you wanna, how many movies, but it's a lot of movies that they put out there for like just so other people could understand the gang life. But I believe it's a hidden message behind every gang movie that they put out. It's a message for you.
100%. Casey, the volume's not up on
I know,
that.
I turned it off.
Okay, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other podcast, it came on and I had to delete it out the other day.
See, look, him right there, look. Okay, those guys right there, I could tell you who those is. The guy with the do-rag with all black on right there where you got the arrow at, that's the OG homie Blaster. The little chubby guy right here with the blue shirt on, that's the homie Fat Rat. The dude next to him with the red shirt, that's the homie Lil Bob, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? May God rest his soul. I can't really see who the other guys is right there. So, but those three right there, and the one with the, everybody know that's Bone, right there with the beige khaki suit on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But all those is homies. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, the one right, you know what I'm saying? That's yeah.
That's hard, bro. Yeah. It's unfortunate, bro. Motherfuckers got caught up on
And
it.
even like in the Feds, when they show this movie,
Oh, do they show it in the feds?
like it'd be on FX or something like that. You know what I'm saying? With the extra commercials.
Yeah.
But why did it be have like 4 or 5 motherfuckers call my name? Hey, KAOS, your neighborhood's on TV.
Yeah, man.
Hey, look, I'm gonna get homesick. I don't want to watch that. But
So let's get back to, so how old were you when you caught the bank robbery?
I was 26,
26.
25, 26.
25, 26. And can you speak a little bit about that,
Oh yeah.
that night or day?
So it was.
You wanna go grab one, bro?
Yeah, I'll go grab him.
Yeah. I don't have my wallet on me. Do you have any cash on you?
You want any cash on me, bro?
Yeah, that's in my car.
Fuck. Okay, go good.
So the bank robberies happened in 98, 97 and 98. And we never was, I mean, we actually got away with it. You know, but before that it was maybe like, no, exaggerate or nothing or put too much on it, but it'll rob probably over like 20 something banks. You know what I'm saying? But these actually, these last two was kind of like, I'm gonna say, when you say the 12 bank robberies before or the 20 something bank robberies before that was like 10,000, 15,000. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 30,000. But you got 3-4 more. That ain't gonna go too far.
How is it robbing a bank? Because in 1995 I was arrested for 20 armed robberies, and they were just like liquor stores and some just weak ass shit. You know what I mean?
So,
but I always said, fuck, man, I should have really just did it big. You know
I
what
really
Hit a
did.
bank.
Like when I really got like started probably like around the end of those 20 some banks, I started realizing like, hey, look. You gotta really like kind of like understand the way bank operates. So it's like if you watch and observe, it's more money in there than what you're really getting.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? But we was going in there just going straight to the tellers and taking the money and running out. We was never thinking about making these motherfuckers open that vault.
Okay, so it was just kind of like
Like kamikaze.
kamikaze. There you go.
Yes, exactly. It was just, hey, look, what's up with that bank? Fuck it, let's go in there.
Yeah.
You got strapped? You got strapped? Pew. Go in there, boom, jump on the counter. Hey, everybody get the fuck down. Take the money out the tellers. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they don't give us no die packs.
Yeah.
And get on.
How big of a rush is that?
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a hell of a adrenaline rush.
Yeah. Was anybody high doing that, or were you guys doing that sober? On the strength?
No. I even stipulated it like, look, I'm not doing nothing with a motherfucker that's intoxicated or drunk. Why? Because you're not as sharp as you supposed to be when we doing this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and that's reality. That's not my perception. That's not his perception. That's reality. If you drunk or you high and we trying to do something which takes everything out of you, from your feet to your head, I need every part of you to be sober
And be present.
and be present. I need you to be able to count to 10 fast, front and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can't do that when you high or drunk, don't do it when we go hit this lick. So, but those last two kind of like put my mind frame on something else. It was more like okay, look, say the first bank robbery was in South Dakota, Rapid City, South Dakota.
Damn, how do you end up all the way out there?
We was out there doing little drug transactions. So me and one of the dudes that's no good no more, he was, we had like a little party, and all in South Dakota, it's just Native Americans and whites. So the white girl said, you know what I'm saying, we was at her house, we was drinking, and she was like, y'all, and she got drunk, Then she start talking. You know, I work at the bank. Woo, 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 woo. The bank has this money and this woo, woo. She just start going on.
Yeah.
And I'm just like sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? And he's talking to her. He's going, but I'm just soaking all this shit that she's telling me. The bank, yeah, any bank that got a vault, the vault is open for 30 minutes after every hour.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Making mental notes of this shit. Boom, 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 boom. What the fuck she just say? You know what I'm saying? So fast forward, we back in LA. I was like, hey, did you hear what this girl was talking about the banks and shit? He was like, man, I wasn't paying attention to that bitch.
Trying to get the pussy.
I was like, I was. He was like, what you mean you was? I said, listen, she said that every bank, don't matter what bank you is, has a 30-minute timer on that vault.
Yeah.
So he was like, what? And I was like, listen, there's a couple of blanks out there and we need to go scope out. He was like, what you mean? I said, when you get the dope or whatever you gonna take back out there, I'm going out there. So I said, you going back out there? He was like, yeah, I'm going back out there. I was like, well, I'm going with you too. And I got a rental just to watch these banks.
Yeah.
So we watched the bank. The first bank we got 90,000. Then we went to Ohio and we did the same thing in Ohio, and then we got 250,000.
What do you do with that money?
Fucked it up.
Yeah,
Nah, for real.
Yeah, what do you do?
I
No,
mean,
but
when you hit the first lick, 90,000, 250,000, I mean, is there any celebration involved?
oh yeah, it's definitely a celebration. Like, I'm not gonna say like we blew it like that, but yeah.
Did you send it home to mom or to pops or anything?
You know, just get here. Here you go. Where you get this from? Don't worry about it. And my pops even asked me though. He was like, man, he said this to me. Oh, and my stepbrother, shout out to Roderick. So he said, hey bro, I heard you out here robbing banks. And I was like, well, who told you that? And he said, man, what if you get caught, man? And I said, shit, what if I get away? I said, who thinks about getting caught?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The game plan is to get away.
Yeah.
So I said, for one, we already doing something that could get a motherfucker wiped out.
Yeah.
Why would I be thinking about, you know what I'm saying, getting caught? You know what I'm saying? So I need to do this the right way. I said, first and foremost, we both know, I don't know if you know that, but it's bank policy for them to give you the money.
Yeah.
Regardless if you give them a note or you go in there strong arm that shit. They because they don't want the employees to put their life on the line for that shit because the money is insured by the FDIC or the state. So I mean, she not gonna fight me because I know she ain't got no gun.
Yeah.
So we go in there and take, but you know, the fucked up part is that the motherfucker, we got away with this shit and I did all that time and the motherfucker told on us and he was close, you know what I'm saying? And that's like more of having a lot of resentment, you know what I'm saying, towards that individual and really wanted to like put his noodles on the pavement, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? Out the cup, but like, you know, it's like, in the way I kind of like look at him and be like, thank you.
Potentially saved your life. Maybe.
Even though like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
it took your life.
in order for you to prosper, what struggles you have to go through?
Yeah.
What makes you become the man you are today? Or what makes you become the man you're gonna be tomorrow?
I mean, who knows if you'd have not done that time, that stretch, if you'd be alive right now.
Right.
Either live or in there with a life sentence.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
But even though you were sentenced, it was kind of like a life sentence.
yeah,
How much time they give you?
they gave me 24 years.
24 years. What is that, months? Because
It's like
feds give you months, right?
so yeah. So it's like so that's 120, 240,
288.
288. Yeah, 288 months.
288 months. Fuck that calendar.
Yeah.
Fuck counting that calendar. Calendars, right?
Calendars. Hey, look. So and Looney, and you know what the cool part about it is, like Looney, and he probably didn't tell you this, but we was fucking next door neighbors.
Yeah.
dawg.
He told me. He
For
told me.
years.
Pass it to Looney real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to piss real quick. Excuse me.
Yeah, we were next door neighbor for a couple of years. You know, it's an honor and pleasure to be, doing time with the homeboy KAOS right here. Everybody loves and respects him. You know, every group on the yards. You know, and I don't remember anybody getting more knife shots than you the whole time I was in that prison, bro. Like you were in the hole all
No, it
the
was.
time,
It wasn't
bro.
even. It was more. It was knife shocks, but it was also wine shocks too.
Oh yeah. I remember
Because we
that.
was busting that shit up.
Yeah, I remember that.
With
yeah.
the motherfucking white lightning.
Yeah, making shine.
And you making that.
Oh yeah, I made a lot of money off that. A lot
Come
of
on,
money
dawg.
off the shine. Definitely did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of more like, that part right there was more like knowing that I had people like you, like even though we not in the same card, in the same car, you know what I'm saying? You represent something totally different, but we still had that mutual respect. Also, that mutual love because, you know what I'm saying, of the conglomerate that we build together just by, like, you know what I'm saying, sitting in front of ourselves, chopping it up, or you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you need something.
How about being locked down half the time
Hey,
and having to look
exactly.
out for each other?
Have to look out for each other. Hey, you need something over there, or you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I got some of these shine over here. You want some? So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It was like having, even though I might have been in a cell by myself or with somebody else. Hey, look, but I got another canal around the corner right here. I can send my line to real quick, and you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no hesitation. Hey, you need something? Yeah. What you need, fool? I got you. So it was never like vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And big ups to you and the fool Black from Florencia, man.
Yeah,
it's a
Gangsta
good
Black.
motherfucker right there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
Like the audience, to be clear, like the audience, to have a clear understanding of Cali politics in the feds, especially when you're like on the East Coast, we work out with each other, KAOS was always working out with the Sureños out there on the yard
Like
all
that,
the time.
bro?
Oh yeah, oh for sure, man.
Wait, say it again.
So in the feds, right, there's, when the farther east you get, the tighter it gets.
yeah.
In regards to California?
California, yeah.
The California, because I'm from, and then like when you and kind of like define what Looney's saying, like working out with the Sureños, you know what I'm saying? But me being from California, you know what I'm saying? Me being from, like, you know what I'm saying? And me being like, you know what I'm saying? Not the quote unquote shot caller, but the spokesman for
Sure.
the Bloods. I don't consider myself a shot caller. I consider myself a spokesman or a voice of reason.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm never gonna be no kamikaze, because for one, you got all these people that lives could be on my hands, because the administration look at me as, well, I could say, hey, I'm just a spokesman, but the administration, the front, the AW, the SIS, they look at me as the shot caller. You know what I'm saying? So if something was to happen,
Yeah, you
guess who
first.
get blamed for it?
You do.
Yeah, so being the voice of reason, like working out with my California road dogs and understanding and explaining it to some of these people, like, hey, look, like Loon said, the further east you go, the lesser Californians you have, especially when it come to Bloods and Crips. No, especially when it come to Bloods.
Yeah.
Me, for that most time that me and Looney was together, I was the only Blood from LA that was on that yard.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
Yep.
All the other Bloods was from other states.
How do you feel about like when you bump into Bloods from like New York? You know what I mean, for example.
So at first, you know, it was a learning process with those dudes because they and us, like far as us on the West or in LA period, when somebody else says that they are Blood and you got your own
Ideology?
set. No, you got your own set, and they took something and they put a twist to it, and then they added certain things, and then you know what I'm saying. It's set up. The structure is set up like the mafia. You know what I'm saying? It's one man, and then it's everybody else. Which that's not the way it goes. You know, that's the mafia shit. You know, you got the Godfather.
Oh, so you're talking about in New York they structure it.
They structure it like
Yeah, I got you.
like they was the mob. You got the Godfather, then you got capos and lieutenants and all the way down.
Interesting.
Wait, hold on, what? So that to me, so basically like, so it was one episode that happened, and this was before Loon got to Big Sandy. So it was a run-in with one of the New York guys. He was supposed to be like a GF, and he had some of his young homies that was on New York time, which means they wasn't involved in the gang. They was gang on the streets, but in prison they under the New York tri-state car.
Gotcha.
So he tried to bring those dudes into the Blood card. And I told him, I said, hey bro, you can't do that. What are you doing? Oh, I'm the GF. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. Wait. You the GF on the streets. That shit don't fly in prison, bro.
Yeah.
But so those and the two dudes that you talking about bringing into this up under this banner, I done had conversations with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck you ain't over here? Oh man, you know, I didn't know how I went, whatever. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But you stay where you at because you already made your bed, so now you gotta sleep in it. And then they put work in for the tri-state. Which means they did a removal off the yard.
Yeah.
And this fool come talking about, oh yeah, they finna get in this car. No, bro, they can't do that. And they told you that. And he was like, well, I'm still bringing them. And then I told everybody, I said, do anybody got a problem with what he said? Talking about bringing them dudes over here. They said, hell yeah, we got a problem with that. I said, well, since y'all told me, yeah, y'all got a problem with that, I'm gonna remove him off this yard.
Yeah.
He said, you gonna what? You got the day off. Watch this. And I got on his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I came back to the yard, I pushed up on the yard, you know what I'm saying? Got my knife. Anybody got a problem with what I did? What's up?
Yeah.
Nah, that was, hey, look, we glad you did that shit. I said, you know why? Because
Yeah.
the quickest way you get rid of cancer so it don't grow,
Cut it out. Yeah.
I said that food was the weak link, bro. Like, so you got to get rid of that before it contaminates everything else. Oh yeah, we understand what you're saying. I said, I didn't do this because, I didn't do this for me. I did this for us. I said, because
We gotta live here.
That fool right there could cause all kind of problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Back to we gotta live here.
We got to live here.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
gotta live here. And sometimes, bro, yeah, 100%. People don't understand. Sometimes, I mean, what you did right there is selfless.
So that's why I told him, I said, whatever you think that I won't do, that's what I will do.
Yeah. You gotta lead by example sometimes.
I said, that's why I said, I'm not the shot caller. I'm the spokesperson. I'm the voice of reason. He didn't want to believe the reasons why we doing certain things. So bye-bye. And guess what? I'll be the one to do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to never think that you think I'm too big to get my hands dirty. I started with getting my hands dirty.
That's why I'm here.
So the New York dudes, that's why I said a lot of us don't like them because they feel like a lot of the dudes here on you know what I'm saying, in LA or in California period, don't kind of like gravitate to the New York guys because they never been in that struggle. You got 80,000 Bloods in New York. At this time, you had 80,000 Bloods in New York, and you only had like 4,000 Crips. So I said, the Bloods is like the Crips in LA, in New York.
Yeah.
Now all y'all beefing with each other, just like the episode. We had an episode when this guy, this set is beefing with this set, then y'all bring that shit in prison. I said, wait, hold on, wait. No, we don't do that. You leave that shit on the streets, bro. He's like, nah, that fool's an op.
Yeah. It doesn't work like that.
I said, don't work like that, bro.
Yeah.
He an op on the street. In prison? No.
Yeah.
I said, you put your hands on him or you better go back there with him.
Yeah.
Can't stay on his yard, bro. We don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? And then plus I told him, I said, I come from the era where for every blood, 20 Crips, bro.
Yeah.
What? You're not finna do nothing to him because wait, stop. No, leave that shit on the streets, bro.
Yeah, we need it.
And I said, look, first and foremost, in the feds, it's a what we call a unsaid alliance with the Bloods and Crips.
Okay.
I don't care where you go. You know what I'm saying? It's underlined. It's already written in stone.
Yeah.
Bloods and Crips together, especially the further east you go, because now you got to deal with DCs. You got to deal with the South. You get what? Yeah. Nah, you know what I'm saying. And then so they don't. You know what I'm saying. You got all these other different cars that don't even like these dudes, especially coming from LA.
It's interesting that you guys have to, in regards to the alliance with the Bloods. It doesn't matter if it's in California or New York. Like those dudes got to adapt to the California dudes, right? Is that safe to say? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so sometimes, depending on the individual, that can tend to be a little, it can be a little difficult.
But this is like one episode, you had some New York Bloods to be like, I don't fuck with no Crips. What? What you mean? How many Crips you fought?
None.
What you mean? How many Crips have you fought? Let alone how many Crips have you killed? What you talking about? I'm asking you a question. What you mean what I'm talking about? Answer the question. I ain't never killed no Crip. So I said, how can you say that you're not riding with them or you're not gonna be in alliance with them, but it's already said and done? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ain't gotta fuck. I'm not telling you that, but it's an unspoken rule.
Yeah, when the shit goes
I said,
down,
if I can do it, I come from the era where there was no tolerance. It don't matter where you was from. If you was a Crip, it was on. For me and my homies, I don't care where you was from. You could be from the east side, or you could be, it don't even matter. You could be from Compton, you could be from Carson, it don't matter. You could be from San Bernardino. It didn't matter what Crip you from when we was growing up. Just like back then, it didn't matter what type of blood you was. The Crips be like, fuck y'all niggas. It don't matter where you from. If you was a Blood or Crip, it was on. Back in them days. Now you got it. Now it's like, so that's what I told him. I said, you ain't gonna do it. If I could do it, you could do it. I mean, that's where this happened when I was in Colorado, because I was like real on some straight like psychotic shit.
Yeah.
The motherfucker said, no, I'm not. What?
How far were you in your term?
In that was in Colorado. That was like 2007.
2000. Yeah, so you're fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gang time.
In Big Sandy was more like 2014. That Big Sandy, I stayed at Big Sandy from 2014 to 2021. You know what I'm saying? And everything else was kind of like 2 years here, 3 years here. So I started in Leavenworth, stayed in Leavenworth, and then I went to USP Florence. Then from USP Florence, I got shipped for a stabbing all the way to Lewisburg to the Smooth program. That was wicked.
What's the Smooth program?
It's a special management unit. So they give you it's kind of like a shoe term.
Okay.
So, but this is an 18-month program. Can't have this in your cell. You can't have that in your cell. If you got this in your cell and you get caught with it, it's day one, phase one.
Start over?
Start all over again.
Yeah.
Start all over again. Back to the drawing board.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how many times we went through that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
there was people actually stuck in there for very long,
Very long
many
time.
many years
Yeah.
behind that, and they got rid of that policy not long before we left.
Yeah.
Before we
No, they tried to do it with like a 6-month program, and then they excluded that too.
right, yeah, because that wasn't working either. People were still getting stuck in there.
Still getting fucked up.
Stuck in that place.
How was it 23 years? 23 years, I mean, did you have people taking care of you? Have a support system? Did you have to hustle in the yard?
So I did, because I was, I'm gonna say like kind of like, I want to say more like independent, or I had too much pride to really kind of like, oh no, I would ask every now and then for, can you spare this? Can you spare that? Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I felt like I had to like fend for myself.
How'd
You know what I'm saying? So
how'd
so
you fend
like
for yourself?
and Looney is my
Oh, yeah,
witness.
for
Hey,
sure.
look, we made so much money
We
off the
hustle,
shine.
man. Hustle hard, man.
Hustle hard. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the big homie Big Joe, cause
Oh yeah,
he was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Good dude, man.
That's a good motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Joe. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and for me it was like even the hairdos, you know what I'm saying, braiding, twisting dreads and all that. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the homies, even some of the sureños, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here starching my khakis and shit. You need your shit? Come on over here. I got you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, our presentation, as far as this shit coming from California, you know what I'm saying? Starched up. You know what I'm saying? Khakis, creased up. Even look, I'm gonna tell you, like one time in Big Sandy, the black AW.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
He seen me one day creased up. Phew, creases, my shirt, one down the back. You know what I'm saying? Ponytails hanging.
Yeah. It's a cold picture, man.
You know what I'm saying? With the chucks, I got the something like that picture that you told me. Looney said, "Hey, he want this picture."
I did want that picture. I said, this is too hard for the yard, and it's on the yard. Let me set up the Casey real quick. Casey, let's put this picture out, bro. This picture is next level, bro. That boy is banged the fuck out, bro. I said, damn, this is a gangster ass picture right
Hey,
here,
that
man.
picture right there was 2011 USP Pollock, Louisiana. You know, so I was like on some right on that picture. I was like fresh out the Smooth. I was on straight like I in Pollock it was like that's a northerner yard and it's northerners and it's TS is on the yard.
Okay, so
Which my Southsiders don't fuck with, period.
So the Southsiders are on that.
Not they not on the Southsiders are not on that yard. It's a northern yard and it's the Norteños and Texas Syndicate and Aztecas, all the people that
They can't be on the yard with the homies.
With the homies.
Yeah.
You can't be on the
Okay.
yard with the homies.
Okay.
And how is that, bro? In comparison to being on the yard with the homies.
I mean, to me, I rather be on the yard with people that I'm familiar with, or that I have like some type of. You can never say a blood or a Crip can
I'm not
never
trying to
say
put you on
he
the
don't
back
have.
position.
Listen, look, I'm gonna tell you right there. This is a true statement, and you can quote me on this, and you can put it on whatever platform you want to. A blood or a Crip cannot tell me you don't have nothing in common with no Southsider. Period.
Yeah.
Period. We come from the same structure.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different, but it's the same shit.
But is it sometimes easier being on, say, on a yard with the Northerners? Because you know how the homies are, bro.
I mean, I understand that, but for me personally, look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Is it easier living?
No. I'm gonna tell you on the yard with the Norteños, it's too militant.
In the sense of what? Because sometimes I would think that
I get it.
within the
Look,
homies
look,
it's
look.
militant.
I understand this when I say militant like this. Look, I was on the yard with the Norteños. They don't smoke weed. They don't drink.
Yeah, you know the homies love to party, man.
So how we supposed to have fun, dog?
Yeah.
How we supposed to have fun and kick it and turn a bad situation into something that we can kind of deal with? Not saying that this is hellified. No, because that's not what it is. We're not glorifying the prison life.
And so
We can accommodate each other. This is what I'm saying. Me and Looney, the only reason why me and Looney are so close is because we had a lot of good times.
Yeah, we try to live as comfortable as we possibly
As
can.
possible.
while we're locked up, you know what I'm saying? We want to eat clams in our soups, you know what I'm saying? Every night.
clams in the soup,
Yeah.
bro? Are you serious?
Hey, that's what we used to do every night, man.
Damn.
All the homies.
So it's a for me, I can't speak for nobody else because everybody experiences it different. But for me in the prison with especially a Big Sandy, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With Looney, it was like every day was like laid back, chill, whoop whoop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good when he got gangsters around.
You know what I'm saying? And
different
it's
sections.
not only, but it's good gangsters.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Stand up, motherfuckers.
Yes.
Like so, and I understand that the Northern Familia got a whole different aspect, but when you put too much on your homies, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah, it's
like
over.
that, you don't give them a they're not relaxed. They walking on eggshells,
I mean,
dog.
we're busted, bro. What the fuck?
They walking on eggshells. They can't even get high. You got and then you got other people like the TS that they hang with. They run around getting drunk.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to drink some of this here, homie? You know what I'm saying? Hey, fucking with the TS though. The first dude I sniffed, I sniffed some fucking ice.
Yeah.
Come on, KAOS. Man, what the fuck is that? That's coke? Nah, it's ice. Fuck it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you can do that with the Northerns. And y'all flamed up. Y'all wearing red too, but
Yeah. So are the Northerners not with the homies in the yards?
We had a problem with them. I forget.
You
what
don't
it
gotta
was
get
over.
too deep into it, bro. But,
But they crashed out with us, bro. So
Okay.
we didn't program them with them no more
okay,
at
there
that
it is
point.
there. Absolutely. Okay, there it is here.
Let me show this photo real quick.
Hey!
Jesus.
Look at this motherfucker right here, boy! With the good hair. That shit's banged out, bro.
Hey, look.
You gotta put that
I
shit
don't
on
know
t-shirt, bro.
who somebody took. I got the picture of the whole. I got in my photo album. I got the picture of the whole thing with the other two dudes. But there was just like some dudes that you know what I'm saying. One of the guys was like the one on this side. He was like He was from New Jersey. That's Slugs, and the other dude was Lil P. You know that he was a Damu, but he was kind of more like into the music thing. So I was telling him, pursue that. You know what I'm saying? Pursue that. Sure. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Never knock you for doing what you love, bro. Like, so, and they was like, damn, why you coming here like that?
Is your hair still that long, bro?
Yeah, not that long, but it's still long though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, after that picture right there, I cut it off and then got my whole head tatted.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you obviously had enough time to
after
grow back
that,
out.
like, so that hair right there, it was a guy from he was a Medicito.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I would fuck with him, and when I cut my hair off, he had told me he was crying at the one of the tables. I was like, what's wrong, dog? He was like, man, my daughter, she got cancer. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what?
Wow.
He was like, yeah, her hair's falling out. And I was holding on to the hair. I had it in the bag, and I gave it to him. I was like, hey, here, take this and send it home, bro. And had the people make wig for your daughter, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, man, damn. He was like, what? I was like, and he was like, cause he didn't ever, cause I used to always I used to wear the beanie cause I was getting my head tatted, so I didn't want nobody to see it yet.
Right.
So I pushed up on him. I was like, hey, this is for you, dog.
KAOS, be honest, did you throw a couple soups in there too, bro?
Huh?
Did you throw a couple soups in there? Hair and 2 soups.
And a turkey log.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, that was. I gave him that, like, you know what I'm saying, and his mom is to send me thank you cards and all that. Thank you for the hair. Oh, that was nice.
You could send that out.
He did. Yeah, just put it in. You got to take it up. You got to go to the mailroom and pay for it yourself, though. So he went up there and took the hair and put it in the box and sent it home, and they made her little wigs and stuff for it. Yeah.
Wow.
Cause she was like maybe like 6 or 7.
Well, shout out to you on that, dog. That's so solid, bro. Absolutely. Hey, let's open up a couple phone lines, bro. Let's open up. You want to take a couple phone calls?
That's cool. Yeah, why not?
Let's take a couple phone calls. Bro.
Got you.
Yeah. And so what is the first thing you did when you got out after fucking 23 years, brother?
I went hard in the paint for the girl over there.
Yeah. There you
Shit.
go.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? My transition, you know what I'm saying? And having conversations with my one of my cellies, he was from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? He got, you know what I'm saying? The fool went out there and got, you know what I'm saying? He got drunk and ran his truck off the road and died and all that, you know what I'm saying? And
After he got out?
yeah, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? He used to talk to his girl. His mom told him that his girl got drunk and came and picked the kids up, and you know what I'm saying? I told him, if your mom knew that your girl was drunk, why she let your kids get in the car with them?
Yeah.
I said, that's bullshit, bro. She just mad because she could be mad that you in prison or whatever, and you know what I'm saying? You was the finance king for the family and all that, but you know, I said, look, just don't make sure you don't go out there and be driving drunk and shit, and that's exactly what happened. Damn. So, but talking to him, he was like, I know you in your transition. I see you, you know what I'm saying? You reading different books, you doing all this. What about the females? You gonna go out there on the bullshit and have 3 or 4 women and all that? I said, you know what? Nah. I showed him a picture that my sister, shout out to Nicole, she sent me a picture. It was her. It was my sister, Nicole, and my wife, Tisha. They was in the picture, and I was like, it was just a facial picture. And I used to look at that picture, bro. I used to be like, you know what I'm saying? Just thinking, like, if I had the opportunity,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? How would I proceed? And he said, what T said, why you don't get on the phone and call her? I said, well, I'm the type of person, I'm not selfish, and I feel like if you go to prison and she's not your wife, you know what I'm saying? You can't have stipulations to the relationship. So in other words, you can't be selfish. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't want to start a relationship off with somebody in prison, so I waited. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of felt like she's not the person, she's not the type of individual that will fuck with a motherfucker in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what can you do for me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out here working and shit. What the fuck are you doing? Laying around in prison? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I think.
Actually working out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm working out, trying to, you know what I'm saying, rip right, body tight, and but also trying to develop my mind into new horizons and trying to explore different type of things. So all I did was just try to elevate. So once I came home, I was in the halfway house. I went full-fledged.
There you go, baby. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
You know, so that's my her over there. That's my motherfucker.
You know, I was telling my sister, man, in recent time, talking with her, that if it wasn't for my lady and my kids, brother, I mean, yeah, I'd be back in prison. You know, and so sometimes we need the foundation. You know, foundation is key, man.
Yeah.
And then we apply the template of doing time, which is program time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we apply it out here, program time. All right. Program time's a little different. You know what I mean? Out here, right? You start off with a job, then you can really base the program out around the job. You know what I mean? Program time. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes complaining about getting out and talking about, oh, I can't get a job, this, that, and the other. But there's a way bigger percentage of the big dogs out there that are handling their business.
Yeah.
They applying everything they learned on the streets,
Yes.
everything they learned in the penitentiary, the feds or the state, whatever it is, and they're killing the fucking game, bro. And I always talk about some of the homies. No, I haven't talked about much about it, but I want to say this right now in regards to just like the climate that we live in with all the politics, assassinations. I mean, wow, the list is deep. Conspiracies. Oh my God, dog! Don't go down that rabbit hole. You'll never come back. You know what I mean?
Robots.
Robots. Oh, dog, like weird.
Dog.
Man, if I can go back to 1992 right now, I'd be a happy guy, bro. You know what I mean? Because it was a lot easier in 1992. Right now, you know, it's man, there's just too much. There's too much confusion, man. People know too much. We were a lot more innocent back in 1992, even though we were doing some crazy shit. But we were a lot more innocent in a society. You know what I mean? Because we didn't have that fucking evil thing called social media.
It ain't even, and you can add social media, but it's also the quick to grab my phone and turn the camera on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
How do DPs get on Instagram? A disciplinary punishment within your neighborhood supposed to be within the neighborhood. If you got a DP coming or you did something, why is that on social media?
Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm saying? If you don't like a motherfucker or you trying to get at a motherfucker, why is that on social media?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Every neighborhood got cameras.
Yeah.
Why you don't got no ski mask on when you go do a drive-by or walk by or whatever, jumping out the trees or whatever? The fuck is wrong with y'all? So this what I'm saying, like how Looney back in the days before he went to prison taught his young homies whatever they needed to know. And because whatever how each one teach one is supposed to be in the conversation of every generation, and it's not, that's a big ass pothole.
Oh yeah.
And ain't no water around to fill that bitch up. No concrete, no nothing can fill that up. You know why? Because the elements of gangbangers have been destroyed. So now when the elements of gangbanging been destroyed, so guess what you got to go to? Got to seek greater life, baby.
Yeah.
I only fill up potholes with water for my enemies, bro.
Yeah.
But for the people that I love, I put sand in that bitch
Yeah.
because I don't want them twisting no ankles.
Right.
Oh, ain't good. I love that. I like that.
Because it doesn't matter how much you change, brother. You know what I mean? There's still opposition. It's just a different type of opposition. It may not be an opposition that you want to beat up or do something like that, you know, put you back in prison. It's just a different level of opposition. And sometimes the opposition can be your own self. Of finally facing yourself, facing who you really are, and facing what you need to change to move forward into the future for the benefit of yourself, staying out of prison and taking care of these kids. You know what I mean? You know, and then you got 5 baby mamas, you know what I mean? And 5 babies, so that's a lot of kids. You know what I mean? We got to start pull out the calculator, and then you got to learn how to use a calculator. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know? It's just like, bro, there's just a lot of shit involved, bro. You know, and then all of a sudden you just like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit. I need to go back to prison. You know what I mean? And then you find this little man over here. His name's Casey. And he's walking down the street with a fucking popsicle in his mouth. You know what I mean? And you just like, but you've been up for a couple of days off of methamphetamine. You know what I mean? So you're kind of on some freaky shit. You're like, I'm going to rape this little man right here. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Come on, baby. Let's go, dog. You Hoodstock, baby. We got the man right here from the jungles. They call him KAOS, dog. And he happens to be half Mexican, half black. And that's a power in its own right there. You know what I mean? Because it's crazy, bro. Because we've had I have homies that are half black and Mexican. But, you know, they ended up on the south side of town. You know what I mean? And, they're just like you, bro. Honestly, bro. They're just like you. They gangsters. You know what I mean?
Hey, I can kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I say this with all due respect, because if my mom wasn't like on me like that, I would have been that guy right there.
Yeah, you would have
David.
flats or something.
Yeah, no bullshit, for real. I probably would have had
Is that
it.
what you're talking about?
Yes.
I'm trying to follow you.
Yes.
I want to make sure I'm following
and because all my friends, everybody that I grew up with, that's where they from.
100%.
That's where they from. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have never been like, or you could have been like, oh no, I ain't getting involved in that shit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like
Sports star.
a sports star, like, you know what I'm saying? And like my closest friend, he was a sports star. You know what I'm saying? And back in the days, he just, you know what I'm saying? He took his own life for whatever reason nobody can explain. But you know what I'm saying? That's between him and God. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but
sometimes pushing kids in athletics, sometimes that fucks with them because they're always trying to.
It was probably something else that probably like triggered that off, or he was trying to prove a point. I don't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? We'll never know because we never could ask him or nothing, or find out what is the pain or what is hurt from, or why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So, but I kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I just pray that God just like, hey, look, spare mercy on his soul. You know what I'm saying? Because
I want to say something real quick. I'm going to reply to a comment right here, and that's to hold on, let me fix my hat. Hey, look at that guy right there. Hold on real quick. I got you right here, dog. I got you right here, little crybaby. Hold on, little crybaby. Where you at? Oh, Lux always tries to clean his hands with Casey. Fuck that. Check it out, you little fucking beta male. You know what I mean? Junior Paz 17, 3D, you little fag. You know what I mean? You're a little fag, bro. Do I got the same dude?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Casey. So, hey, let's talk about Casey. You're trying to stick up for Casey, and Casey's like, yeah, dog, you got that guy. Get him.
Well, they're saying you're mad in the comments because I was talking about
No.
Jeremy Sr. last episode.
Relax real quick, sir. Check it out. He's the fall guy of this podcast. I mean, we can't have two fucking swinging dicks right here. We gotta have one swinging a fucking fat vagina. And that's Casey, bro. What the fuck? You ain't got with the program yet? And the reason why he's so good is because he knows how to play his position. Does that necessarily mean that he's got a swinging vagina? No, it doesn't. Like, he's got a bigger dick than you, stupid. You know
But not a bigger dick than a black midget, apparently.
You know? Don't get it twisted, bro. So Casey is a secure man. He's a secure dude. Like, honestly, he's a fucking asshole when the cameras are off. He's a fucking bully, and he wants shit done a certain way, and he's a little bit of weird, you know what I mean? But you know, so he's just he's a bigger man than you, I'll tell you that. because he knows it, bro. Right, Casey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to chaos.
Back to
chaos,
chaos,
man. When you first saw a smartphone, what the hell did you think?
Did you think you were smarter than the phone?
Nah, hell no. Nah, I seen the first one I seen was, that's crazy because the first time I seen it was in Big Sandy. And it was that's crazy. It was
Blackberry.
nah, it was a Charlie the Nazi lowrider.
Charlie.
And that fool said, hey, he said, he was looking at me and he was like, hey, Chaos, like, what's up? He was like, come here, dog. And I was like, what's up? He was like, step in my cell. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by the door. He was like, nah, fool, come in. I wanna show you something. You know, I walk in the cell and he opened up his locker. He opened his locker and he reached in and he pulled that motherfucker out, but it was wrapped in a face towel. And he pulled it off. He was like, look. And when he did like this, but it was like a porno going on. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what the fuck is that? And he was like, fool, what's up? And I was like, the fuck you mean, what's up? He was like, how much? How much you'll give me for you to take it and go to your cell for the night? I was like, fuck you talking about what I want. What you want? This your shit. Can't put a price. I can't put a price on your shit. What you want? He was like, give me 10 books. So, you know, books of stamps is the currency in the federal system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Big Sandy, 10 books is $5.
Okay.
I mean, 10 stamps is $5. So 10 books is $50.
Okay.
So he was like, give me 10 books. I was like, if I give you 10 books, nigga, Popeye's a punk. And he was like, come on, man, I'm trying to get high. I was like, you trying to get high? Fuck that. Come to my cell.
Yeah.
So we go to my cell. I was like, what you want? He was like, I'll need 50 bucks. I was like, fool, I got this motherfucking paper. I got this paper of motherfucking dog food. You want this motherfucker for that? He was like, fuck it, I'll take it. So I was like, how you work this motherfucker?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how to work that motherfucker. He said, you don't know how to work no smartphone? I thought you was smart. I said, nah, motherfucker, I'm intelligent. I ain't smart, motherfucker. I don't know shit about that motherfucker. But how the fuck you turn? He said, push this, push that. Look, and then it showed the numbers. It showed the numbers.
code.
So I was like, oh shit. I was like, fuck out of here. So he
got
left
some
and
shit
shit.
to do.
So you know what I'm saying? You know, remember we used to have the cardboard to cover the window?
Yeah.
I put the cardboard up and
Yeah.
shit. I hit that shit. I called my sister. Boom, 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 boom. The phone rang. She was like, hello? I'm like, what's up? She was like, how the fuck you just called me without hearing all that bullshit on the phone? I was like, God damn, why the fuck you, what's up? She was like, what the fuck you want?
I'm busy.
Like, what the fuck you want? I was like, nah, I was just calling to make sure this motherfucker worked. All right, bye. Hung up. You know what I'm saying? I hung up. Then I was like, damn, how the fuck do I get back to the porno?
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck do I get back to the porno? So I played with it and shit. I found out how to do it. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the motherfucking doors ain't even rack. This motherfucker was, you know what I'm saying? As soon as they racked the door, this motherfucker, the fuck you want? He opened the door like, hey, what's up? I'm like, oh, you ain't been asleep all motherfucking night, dog. He's like, hey, man, you keep that motherfucker, man. Let me get one more, dog.
Oh.
I was like, fuck you, take this motherfucker back, bro. He said, why? I said, we ain't got no black bitches over here. You got all white girls. I don't want to see that shit. that was my first experience with the phone, and then I actually had a celly. He was from Memphis, and he had a phone, but it wasn't no smartphone. It was a flip phone.
Yeah.
So. You know what I'm saying? We had to put that motherfucker by the window, and you know what I'm saying, cover the window up with aluminum foil and all that shit. So, cause they used to have them little things. They'll go by the police will go by and try to, like, I don't know what the fuck it was. They used to go by and see if they could pick up any signal or something.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
You had that phone for a while, didn't you? Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I want? I want to give it up for KAOS right here, and we're 100% gonna have to do a part 2. We're gonna have to do a part 2, brother.
I'm with it.
Yeah, we gotta do a part 2, bro.
I'm with it.
We gotta do a part 2, and we usually do it around this time. We're about to hit 3 hours, bro. But I gotta go to work tomorrow, brother. A couple of us gotta go to work.
Oh, me too.
This has been absolutely amazing,
Everybody
brother.
gotta go to work.
But we gotta do a part 2, brother.
Yeah.
I'm with it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to you know what I'm saying, share my testimony and just, you know what I'm saying, touch bases with you know what I'm saying, your viewers and let them know, hey, it's gang life to a greater life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you could find any type of stability in the greater life part, you pushing forward. But if you could find some stability in gang life, then you say fuck what I'm talking about. But I don't think you can find none. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm a real advocate of that, you know what I'm saying? I know what it's like on both sides, on the streets and in behind the G wall. So just know that and before we start the part 2, I just want to say I challenge you youngsters out there. Hey man, look within yourself. I guarantee you got that talent and you are somebody. You know what I'm saying? Push, pull, and strive to keep your dreams alive if you got some, and I know everybody do. Yes, there's a lot of us that don't tell people that we got dreams or whatever because we don't want our peers to look down on us or say whatever they want to say. But remember that you are somebody. You know what I'm saying? Gang life to a greater life. Thanks, Lucky.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much, brother. This has been absolutely amazing. If people want to reach out to you, is there any way they can reach out to you?
Oh yeah, you know, go you could hit me up on my Instagram, chaotic .moves05@gmail.com for the email, and chaotic moves on Instagram.
Your Facebook too, bro.
Oh, Facebook is the same.
Oh, hold on. Let me get this call right here. Let me get this guy. This guy's banging on me right now. What's up, bro?
Yo,
What's up, bro? First off, what's your name and where you from, bro?
I'm C2's homeboy from Westside Crazies, homie.
Okay. And so what's up, bro?
Yeah, well, I don't appreciate that disrespect, homie, because I'm like, you know what I mean? I follow the podcast and shit, but this was calling me out my name.
Who's
so
calling you out your name?
On the phone or like on live or in person, whatever, homie.
Well, check it out, bro. Nobody knew who you were until now, bro. So now you put yourself out on blast, bro. And I know homies from Westside Crazies, bro. And if you're gonna be talking shit in the comments, bro, then hey, welcome to Hood Stocks, bro. You're gonna get a reply in real time, bro.
Comments. Yeah, I'm talking my shit, but I'm not disrespecting nobody, calling anybody out their fucking name, homie. So what do you mean?
Okay, bro.
That's what the fuck we do on this shit, homie. We talk shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get disrespected.
Who disrespected you?
Well, I mean, you're on the podcast now, homie. You heard what he said, right?
Who said what?
He's calling out my name.
Who called you? You talking about me? This is Lucky right here, bro.
Oh, look, hey, look, don't be calling me out my name, homeboy. You said faggot, this and that, talking
shit. Hey, bro, like, you're acting like a fag in there, bro.
We talk shit.
Yeah, so if you talk shit, you take it, bro. You take it back. It ain't a one-way street, Mr. Westside Crazies.
Okay,
and check it out. This ain't a neighborhood thing. This is a personal thing, bro. Don't mention your neighborhood, bro, because I don't mention my hood, bro. Check it out, bro.
Hey, look, I can't hear you right now, homie. So let's talk.
Then shut the fuck up, bro. How about that, bro?
I thought you're fucking drunk and you're a fucking pendejo, homeboy.
Hey, don't be commenting on my shit if you can't take the heat, baby. Sorry, dog.
Take what, he puto? You're calling me out my fucking name.
You're being a fag, bro. I'm not calling you the B word. I'm calling you the F word. You're acting like a fag in the comments,
but
and so there it is there.
Listen,
No, I'm not gonna listen, bro. I'm not gonna listen, bro, because your dumbass called banging on fucking hood stocks, bro. I'm on the streets all day long. Talk to me in person, bro. Talk to me in person. I'm on the streets all the time.
I'm telling you, we could do it over the phone or we could do it in person, homie.
Shut the fuck up. See, this is the problem with this community right here. Don't be that guy from West Side Crazies. And I got love for the homies from West Side Crazy. Shout out to my dog Sharky. That's my family right there from West Side Crazies. Shout out to my boy Wino from West Side Crazies, bro. To get the fuck out of here with this shit. Don't be a dummy, bro. And then you put your fucking hood on top of your handle. You should have just taken it like that, bro. You're a guppy, bro. Only a guppy is gonna do some dumbass shit like that, bro. Come on, bro. You having a bad life right now, bro. You must be like 20. You might be like 17 years old, bro. Because that's 17-year-old game right there, bro. Don't do that to yourself, brother. And I got love for crazies, bro. So this ain't a hood thing because your homies won't even back you up on this hood thing, bro. It's a personal thing, and you should have not taken it personal, bro. And I didn't call you a B word. I called you a fag. Come on, dog. Yeah, you call me on my name, blah, blah, blah. Get some pussy, bro. Go get some pussy, dog. Lighten the fuck up, bro. Casey, get this man a honey pack, bro. Let him jack off in the corner for a little while and get all that testosterone out of him, bro. Stop it, dog. We better than that, brother. And I love you, bro. You know what I mean? But if you want the beef, bro, you dumb. You can get that too. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. We have fun.
Nah, that was fly.
Sometimes we
That
have
was
fun,
fly.
bro.
What?
Yeah. Well, we you know, bro, I
You
have,
name dropping and hood dropping? Come on, stop it, bro.
yeah, like you were just known
We
as
didn't
a
even call you
handle,
no
bro.
bitch. He called you a faggot.
I called you a fag, bro.
We didn't even know it was you.
I didn't even know it was you. I thought it was a handle. It's not like I was calling the homie from Crazies a fag because I met you before and we've hung out before and we've done time in the yard. Like, no, bro. JPX3320, you know what I mean? I called that guy a fag and then you happen to come and put a name on it, bro. Be smarter, brother. Anyways, give it up for KAOS. Give it up for Looney. Give it up for Casey.